but it's weirdly not loading in for me. I just deleted my cache folder, so.
Okay, I'm going to reshare. So, I don't know if everybody got that or not. Looks like it, yep.
Oh, is it
7th level now?
Is it? It's a different map, and this is all
Yep.
Fog of War. Okay, I didn't realize that.
I'm all alone.
When last we left our intrepid adventurers, they were slowly and horrifically losing consciousness in the solitary, airtight blast tubes that they had voluntarily climbed into in the hut of Baba Yaga, mind you.
Yep. That happened?
Okay, yeah, so you I don't know if you were there. Were you there? I don't remember. What?
I seem to recall jumping through a portal, but then I don't know what happened after that.
What happened was you guys put yourselves in under those glass bug things, you know, and then the gas filled up, knocked you guys out. And you guys.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, and then you.
We did this voluntarily.
Right,
Yep.
You did it voluntarily. So here's the scene. You guys are go back into mask mode here.
Well and truly screwed.
Alright, so here's a couple general rules about this. You guys have to drink water after every encounter, or you will have to do a saving throw. You'll have to drink one whole water skin, or you'll be required to make an accumulating saving throw. It'll get more difficult each time that you succeed. Constitution saving throw. Failure will result in a level of exhaustion until you drink water, which will then take away one level of exhaustion per time. And you can't drink 2 water skins at a time, right? I mean, it's just one. So you'd only get to take off one level of exhaustion if you happen to get that far. The reason is because you guys are in sweltering heat right now. It's almost unbearable. You guys are profusely sweating. It is just the ground itself is painfully hot to the touch. And you guys have woken up. Your face is all red from, first-degree burns, in which your any skin touched the floor or walls. It is pitch black darkness. You guys cannot see unless you have the ability to see. And who is able to see who has dark vision?
I do.
Okay, Riley has dark vision. And so does Louis. No one else?
Nope. I look like a tiefling, but
I have light if I can cast it.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that, but also the thing is, you guys are all separated, with the exception of Riley. All of you generally know which direction you guys are at, but yeah. So unless otherwise stated, you'll know if there's light in the room. Clearly. Thank you for that, by the way.
Okay, so that's your light spell, Doc?
Yeah.
Okay, so we see each other, right?
What I'm gonna have you guys do is, if you guys look at the combat tracker, we're going to go in the order of the combat tracker. So it looks like on my screen, Takashi's first. We're going to treat it as combat actions each round. You get, a standard action. You get a free action. You also, bonus, blah blah blah, movement. Choose wisely.
You want me to drop my circle then until it's my turn, or
no? That's
can I just use it on my turn?
Yeah, you can use it on your turn. It's fine. So right now it's Takashi. You wake up in this room. Takashi, you are a human, aren't you?
I am.
But you're also blind, right? No, you're. No, you're not blind.
Well, I'm not.
Blind sight.
I don't have blind sight, but I do have.
Right, okay. Well, you are covered in darkness here. You do notice that there is a person in the room with you.
I kind of call everybody's name out. I'm like, Riley, Doc.
Riley can answer if you wish.
Val, you here?
Hey, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I
answered.
move. I just take one step towards him, and I will forego the rest of my movements, and I will be moving with Riley.
Okay.
I will pass.
Okay.
On to Riley.
Riley, you're up.
Okay, so I can see, and Takashi cannot. So I'm going to shift into a monkey and ride on his shoulder and guide him.
Okay. You're on top of him. Alright. That's your action. Go ahead and turn.
That's actually a really good move, because I can move, let me see here. I can move like 45 steps standard right now. Or 45 feet.
Wait, what's in this room with us? Is it 2 doors, north and south?
2 doors north and south. They are closed.
Alright, I convey that to,
I'm just
my
mental
chariot.
image of the monkey sitting on his head, pulling his ears like reins, like a horse.
Yeah, anybody
like
ever watched the
Ratatouille,
movie,
you know, like grab his hair and
what's
just...
the name?
Ratatouille?
Yeah, Ratatouille. So he's like,
Yeah.
guiding me with my hair.
Yes.
God, you guys turned me on.
Dude, I have
Hey,
kids, alright? All girls. We watch a lot of Disney.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
I'll watch
Yeah.
things by myself.
I got a lot of Disney fruits in my family. I've seen them all too, a million times.
Lion King's
Where
best,
to?
hands down.
Jokingly,
I
I'm
want
like,
to go
where
see
to
Aladdin.
Yeah, me too.
I want to see
Alright.
Aladdin too. My niece and nephew didn't want to though. My
I
sister and I might just go.
Makes me a creep, right?
alright, I cast my light.
Okay. Go ahead, mark the spell. What's your cantrip?
It's a cantrip, yeah.
Alright.
So that's 20 feet and then another feet of dim, but that depends on walls, obviously. So, and
Alright.
so I will,
In this room, you happen to see, what's that? There you go. Okay. Is that the full 60 feet or
Oh, the one I put is 40 feet,
40
and
feet?
his is 20 feet.
Is this 20 feet? Okay.
yeah, it's 20 feet of bright and then another 20 of dim. So, and it's on my sword, so. And I will check Al and see if he is in need of healing, and he looks okay, so I'll assist him to his feet. When we get back to the ship, I've got a salve for those burns.
Thank you. Do you have anything to help with the sweltering heat?
I hand him a water skin, and I drink one myself.
Okay.
Inventory. And so, what's the plan, Val? Click.
We've got to find our group and get out of this heat before it kills us. Check these doors.
They are doors. They are doors.
Let's check these doors and make a decision.
I follow Val.
Okay. Buoy's up.
I see no one. So I'm
You see
stepping
nobody.
out.
Just see a door. That door's closed. You opening it?
I'll roll stealth.
Roll stealth. Okay. Roll stealth in the dice tower. And you open the door. Okay.
What do I see?
Well, you open the door and you see a brief hallway about 5 feet by 5 feet, and to another door that is closed.
I'll peek through that.
You got all right. As soon as you step foot on the floor in front of you, it opens into a false door or a false floor.
I got danger sense.
Danger sense. How does that work?
I think.
How does that work for traps? Remind me.
Let me see. Skills.
Because it's not overtly dangerous unless it's. I thought. Okay, hold on. You have advantage on. Okay, yeah. So you do have to make a dexterity saving throw, but it looks like you get advantage to it. Hold on. Let me just double check. Away from you get against effects that originate within 30 feet. Such as okay, so yeah, you roll advantage. It is a DC of 12. You get a dexterity saving throw against it. You succeed. You catch yourself on the wall, and you see that it is a 20-foot pit trap with spikes at the bottom. Your hands and feet are now on the sides of the walls. What you doing?
Is there any room to get past?
You can try to open the door, but you're going to have to make another dexterity saving throw without advantage in order to open it in time. Is that what you want to do? Your hands are beginning to burn.
I can use my cat's luck
Okay.
to have an advantage.
Link it, please. Yeah, absolutely. Same thing. It'll be rather it will be a DC 10. You're a big, strong barbarian. Go ahead. Roll the saving throw. All right. Well, you've totally succeed. You open the door.
I'll go right in. What do I see?
You find yourself in a hallway. That's going to be the end of your movement with all that and your actions. Val's up.
Alright, so, seem to recall recently that I'd asked somebody for some chalk and I don't think I gave it back. So I'm going to use that while I'm walking around here. And, so the first thing I'm going to do is open up this door. Take a look.
Okay.
You
don't have any sight, right? Oh yeah, you got the light. Never mind.
Yeah, we have the light. And Doc said he was going to move with me, so he was going to use his movement to go with me. So when I open this door, I guess Bowie would see the light.
Bowie does see the light.
So I'll call out, "Any shipmates? Can you hear me, mates?"
Aye.
Alright, and say, "Bowie, what do you see?"
A hallway, and I avoided a trap.
Out of character. I don't want to metagame, but I think that we should go towards Bowie, Doc.
I wouldn't call that metagaming. You guys talk like that.
Absolutely, and I stated that I was following Val, so I'm looking for ambushes and following the ball.
Okay, cool. So we'll go to Bowie then. Alright. With a double move, we should be able to get... Oh, we can't double move because we're both going. Use the action. So... So then actually, I'll double move at half
I've
speed.
got about 10 feet of movement left.
I'll double move at half speed to get about here, and I'll use my passive to look for traps. And
Okay.
There's light.
So far, you find nothing of any danger. Nothing of,
Right.
of out of sorts.
And I'll call up to Bowie and I'll say, I think we should come to you. Go around the corner.
Yeah, you do see a faint
Careful of
light
traps.
ahead of you.
So I think the way it's supposed to work is that with my passive, I see 30 feet, right? So.
Yep.
So, Bowie, I don't see any traps between you and I. I have a pretty good passive. If I don't see them passively, it's
Yeah,
either
that's
really
this
high
guy, this guy.
DC. Oh, I should pass my turn, sorry.
Alright, Takashi, you're up.
I'm brushing the kid's teeth right now, so I reach behind me and grab Riley's tail, and I give it a little pull like a bell, and I'm like, "Where to, boss?"
Well, we got a door to the north or south, so we'll pick. 1 and 2 is south, and 3 and 4 is north. Guess we're going north.
Yeah, you just move my part for me. I'll be right back down, but I'm here.
Okay.
Opening the door.
Who opened the door?
Takashi.
Alright, Takashi. Do a Constitution saving throw, DC 14.
He can't. He's not. He's not at the computer right now. He's
One
watching
more
the kid-
minute. Go ahead and roll for me. I'll take whatever.
Okay, I got you. And you succeed. You are not poisoned, but you still take 6 points of damage.
Okay then.
You open the door and a needle injected itself into your hand. And you see a door to the north.
I'd see.
After seeing him get injected, I'm going to investigate all doors from now on.
Could I use deflect missile against that?
No, nice try.
That's a good one.
Hey, it's worth a shot, right? It is a projectile weapon.
Quantum
It is a
deflect
ranged
missiles.
weapon.
I'm quite glad you asked that question, even though the answer is no.
Alright. Door.
Alright, so I'm on Takashi's shoulders, so kind of using my passive as well.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate. I just want to make sure I wasn't clear, or I am clear. Those of you who are marked, the only one is Riley. So the rest of you do know the general direction that each of you are facing, and also the general emotions that you guys are feeling.
Of each other?
You guys are linked in that way. So basically, you know if you are, and they're basic, like afraid.
Oh, I didn't get that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, we all kind of just felt like a little twitch on our finger.
So you know that you guys are all, like, right now you, Val, know that all your whole crew is conscious. Because you can feel their general passive emotion, if they're passive,
Got it.
or if they're afraid, anything like that. You can't feel their pain, but you do know the general direction. Like, for example, you know that Takashi is somewhere off to the east. You don't know how far, just generally speaking. The only person you can't feel is Riley, since he's not marked.
I can tell everybody's thirsty.
Right? Yeah.
I never thought about this, but so if cats have issues with sweat glands, wouldn't they have a weakness to heat?
Cats would, but I mean, she's a part humanoid too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the rule.
Yeah. So that's
Right.
the way I see it. So okay. So, okay, so yeah, you see a door to the north. It is closed.
Jeff, you're a son of a bitch. Fucking double doors. Through your interactions, you have to use an action to open the door, because I put 2.
No, I forgot to move forward. Is it still mine or is it Doc's?
Yeah. It's you, still.
Okay. Okay, so we're moving forward here after I took my damage. Okay, so I took 7 damage, 6 damage.
What's your Brian, what's your passive again? Your passive perception?
18.
Okay, well,
It was 15.
It's,
When I leveled, I
minus
guess
5
I got some sort of bonus to it.
oh yeah, I see it right there.
minus 5 in the dark, unfortunately, even with dark vision.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. And okay, so
Okay.
I don't know why I still count on my fingers sometimes. Okay,
I wonder if Unity's gonna be able to figure shit like that out for you.
I know, right? So that I didn't see it. I thought it was lower, but Brian, you just before Takashi's about to step forward, you see that there is definitely a false floor in front of you.
I grab his ears and tug him backwards. Be like, there's no
Fool
floor.
you.
I can't talk, so.
Okay. Like, ow! And I stop for a second, but I
just
get the idea.
point at the floor.
You need to, like, start speaking in animal like,
You guys both need to learn sign language.
Like
How
that one
wide-
ape?
how
Gorilla.
wide is the walkway that I'm going through?
5 feet.
You can pull some Jean-Claude Van Damme shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Like how Brewy did a little bit just ago.
Okay. And so this is actually kind of a tough dynamic if you can't actually I take out my blade and I kind of feel around like a blind man, around the tip, around the walls, and then in front of me as far as I can reach.
Okay.
If I can feel across. So I have what I'd say at least 5 feet of range.
Yeah, you can reach enough to feel the other side of the door there.
Okay, can I feel, is there a ledge that I can stand on in front of the door?
Well, though it is a false floor, you just basically he saw a scene. It's a why am I having a hard time with my freaking words? Use my
It's an
phone.
investigation check. It's an investigation check to find the thing, and if you're doing it in the dark blind, it's probably
Right.
advantage.
What I'm trying to describe is what's the hinge? It's a hinge. Thank you. God, couldn't figure the word out. It is a hinged floor, and to figure out where you're doing, it's like Nick said, you're gonna have to roll an investigation check at. Well, you are blind, so you're gonna have to roll disadvantage.
You guys might be better off having one person hold a torch. Or maybe Takeshi light the torch and then, what's his face, Riley in monkey form could probably hold the torch.
Yeah.
Take it. Yes, I reach into my bag. I grab a torch and I use the wall as my my flint and blade as my steel, and I just right against the torch. Then I hand it up to the monkey. I hand it to his tail.
Alright, that is your action. Riley, you got the torch now?
Okay.
Use this as like a mounted thing, so technically I can move still, but he would
Yeah, he won't
And
take
him, depending on our-
his movement rate. No.
Okay, so I will give him my movement rate, which is 45,
Okay.
with whatever we're
I
gonna do.
tap Takashi on the head and point to my ear. And then point to the door.
Okay. I use my hands.
Okay.
Keep my toes.
Oh, hold on. You've already lit the torch. That's an action for you.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Unless you're gonna move.
Okay.
Are you gonna move?
I am moving, but I'm like explaining my movements so
Okay.
that you know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm my hands out to hold my weight against the walls, and I'm leaning forward over the space. So I'm not gonna actually be stepping on that spot.
Right.
Holding it out basically so Riley can reach the door.
Okay. I'll allow it. Riley, you can reach the door. Let's see now. It's Valza.
A human bridge.
I'm gonna rely on my passive, and the light will keep me from taking penalties. So I'll double move, but if I'm looking for traps while double moving, then I need to move at half speed, so I'll get 30 feet. So,
Okay, if I'm moving with him, Ref, as I stated, that was my intent.
Yep.
So 30 will get me one step past Bowie, and that'll allow me to look down the corridor. There's not a whole lot of light. Well, I guess if Doc's moving with me.
Yep.
Jeff, would you allow us to just take an extra 5 just to get everybody in up there?
That's fine.
And I'll peer down the hallway, take a look, and if I don't see anything, I'll say that I think the coast is clear.
You see nothing. Just a plain black basalt rocks on the walls. Ceiling height about 10 feet.
Okay. I think the coast is clear, guys. Be careful. This place seems to be rigged up.
Since we double moved, we may as well finish off the rest of our move.
I point to the trap.
I only get 30 if I'm right. If you're looking for traps, you are moving half speed.
My apologies. I understand.
But I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Could be wrong.
Open the door.
Okay.
Right of hand.
You have a torch, right?
Monkey
Yeah.
got it. Oh, Riley got it.
Alright, you see a passageway that goes to the east and to the west.
And to the west. Oh, it's Riley.
Alright, since he's leaning and there's nothing right there, I push the door open the rest of the way and hop off so it doesn't make it as hard for him to cross. And look down the hallway.
Alright, the hallway to the east cuts down to the south, and you see a door which has ceremonial runes on them. On the door, and there is light coming from underneath the door as well as sounds of people talking.
Do I recognize the voices?
They are in the common tongue.
But I don't recognize the actual voices?
No.
Okay. I signal to Takashi. How many distinct voices do I make out?
Roll a perception check. one distinct.
Alright, I signal 1, and then I hold up 2 fingers, and I talk the speaking thing with my hand.
Okay. Alright, Doc, you are up.
Alright. I have Featherfall paired, so anybody in 60 feet of me starts to fall into a trap and doesn't catch themselves. I mean, obviously, I'm looking at Bowie here, but not naming names. Then I'm going to go ahead and, yoink him with the Featherfall and continuing to move with Bell.
Okay. Bowie, you're up.
I guess. Do you want me in front or in back?
I'll go up front. Unless, I'm okay with other people taking point, but we gotta decide what pace we're moving at. Are we stopping and looking, or are we running? Because with your danger sense and your resilience and everything, you can beat the trap spotter just by running through it, setting them off or whatever, and getting past it. And then
my resilience is only if I rage.
Oh, we're not gonna burn it for that. Especially if you don't take any damage, you're gonna just lose it. So I'll take point then.
Okay.
So
I'll just follow Doc.
you want to? What kind of weapons are you carrying?
I do got
Your 2 whips. You have any
javelins.
range? Javelins.
I got
You want
whips.
maybe ready a
Javelins.
javelin for ranged if anything comes into view.
I got
Council?
hand axes.
You want to pick something that you could ready for in case anything comes into view as we round a corner and you just get a reaction off an attack. Drop on it.
Okay. I'll take out a javelin.
Cool. Alright, cool.
And
Who's got a ready action?
follow Doc.
Okay. So your ready action is stated as: you see something moving, you're gonna chuck a spear at it.
Well, a threatening thing. Attack.
You know how racist that is, Jenny? Jeez.
I
Alright.
didn't say anything about the race, she just said threatening, right?
Well, she's gonna chuck a spear at him.
Oh, that part is... That's only racist if... You only think that's racist if you're a racist person, Jeff. I'm sorry to break that to you.
I better find one then.
I'm fucking with you, bro.
Alright, oh god. Alright, okay, got it. Doc, okay, so
For my action, I am going to give a bardic inspiration to Val, and then as I'm going to reserve my reaction for my Featherfall, and I'm going to use my move to move with Val.
okay. Takashi?
Do a quick leap through
You're fine.
off to the side.
Alright, that's fine. Okay.
You got this, Val. Oh, bardic inspiration.
I do
got
my
Slap on the
Doc.
ass.
I do
Hey, man,
my
I'm sure.
investigation, but I still assume that Riley will be doing his. Do you want it towered or not?
What are you investigating and where? And yes.
I'm checking the floor specifically.
Okay, yep. Dysar? You don't find anything of note. Just really, really hot flooring.
I kind of give him the I'm not really useful right now, so we'll allow the monkey man to ride me again.
Okay. Are you done with your turn? Val, you're up.
I guess basically the same thing. Double moves. She's relying on the light and the passives.
Okay.
10, 15, 20. It's just there. See what we see around the corner here before anything else.
That door at the end of the hallway is open, leading into another chamber.
Alright. 30 will get me there. That's the double move at the half speed, so.
Okay.
Feet from my square to the end, so if I don't see any traps with my passive, we should be good to up to the door.
Yep.
Alright, cool.
Alright, Bowie. Y'all, you're just moving with them, right? Or are you gonna go past them and move to the door?
You have more movement. You want to just go to the door if the way is clear?
Okay,
Okay, go ahead.
I can peek in. I'll roll stealth.
Alright. You, the light, since you're right at the edge of the light there, you can only see just in this room. The door on the other side is open, but it goes into pitch blackness. On the east side of the wall, you see a small hatch, no more than 2 feet in diameter. It is closed at the moment.
So nothing's in here.
We need to shine the light on the rest of the room to get a better look. I don't want to mitigate. There's pillars in there, so.
I'll wait for Doc.
Alright, Riley. You're on his shoulder, right?
I'm gonna go listen at this door very quietly.
Okay.
Did you see my stealth check earlier?
Yes, I did.
Do you need me to roll again since I'm through?
Are you, what's the story, what's the deal with your, torch?
I have it in my tail.
Okay, so are you gonna open the door with it on, or what are you doing? You do see light coming
I'm not
from
opening
this
the door. I said I'm going to listen at the
Oh,
door.
sorry, my bad. Okay, yeah. You, you still hear a single voice talking about awards and bravery and courage, loyalty, the nonsense.
I'm going to try to look under the door. You said I seen light, so...
Okay, yeah, fair enough. 1 second. Alright, so there's in this room, a male and a female tiefling adorned in beautiful robes lead a sermon and an award ceremony over a group of humans in ceremonial armor. The female places a sort of some sort of a pendant over a especially well-armored human who is in full plate mail. Here's their positions.
I'll back away slowly and jump on his shoulder and do the sign crossing. Like, no! Run!
Too bad.
Quietly.
Too bad you don't have the rune. You'd feel that fear coursing through everybody else.
There's just way too many for us to take out by ourselves.
Oh yeah.
I hold up 8 fingers and point east.
Basically, all of your appendages, since monkeys only have like 4, right? No, they have 5.
Oh, they have 10.
Yeah, okay. I'm thinking The Simpsons. Alright. So, Riley, you're back up. It's back to your turn.
I'm just right.
You're gonna pass? Okay, alright.
Well,
Nope.
well,
He can ride. He can
I'll-
move me with his. We'll take mount skills here. He can move me with his movement. I have 45 movement, so.
Okay. So, which way do you want to move him?
move there so I can peek around the corner since I've got dark vision and a higher passive to see if there's any like traps around the corner.
Yep. So far you find none, and you see a passageway going to the south, cutting over to the east.
So we have to move half, or since I'm riding him, he can move it normal. And I'm constantly.
No,
looking
you're just
around.
on it. You're on his shoulder, you're using your passive, right?
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's an 18.
Right,
We're in
right.
torchlight, so.
Right. So now remember, passive doesn't necessarily guarantee the detection of every single thing.
Oh, I know.
But for the most part, it's a general rule of thumb that it does. Now, however, yeah, you will not use your movement rate since you're on his shoulders,
Right.
and you'll just use his movement rate, and he'll use up his. So he gets 45. So you have to use 10.
I'm just peeking around that corner as well.
Okay, you see the passageway leans on to the east for about 20 feet, in which it cuts to the north with a door, and cuts to the south.
And I whisper up to him, "Want to try the other door?"
I shake my head vigorously. Yes.
Okay, Val, you're up.
Is that the star
Probably
when you-
gonna continue to double move here, but I'm not gonna bother looking for traps because I know it's safe. So that'll get me moving through a buoy. 45 feet. No, 55 feet. Doc's moving with me. I'll step into this position with the light. I'll be like right in the middle of this room.
Okay.
Double move though, so I got nothing else. But at least now Bowie can see what's going on and check stuff out around here.
Okay. You can't do it this round, but you can decide to do something with it next round. All of you except for Doc are feeling quite thirsty.
Oh. Forgot about that.
Ready for me?
Doc is up, yeah.
Okay, I will remove 2 more water skins from my backpack,
Okay.
tossing 1 to Bowie and 1 to Val, And with the
She
reminder,
waves her
stay
hand.
hydrated.
In front of
Sorry?
it. I got enough.
Okay, then I
Got
put that
9.
one away. And I
You
put
got
that one
9?
away.
I'll take 2, because I have 1 on.
Okay.
So.
And I say stay hydrated. And
Well, it's the action to drink a
tell-
full water skin, so.
and I'll tell Bowie, your name is already legend, and drop a bardic inspiration on her as well.
Okay.
And continue moving with, well,
Okay. Takashi, you are up, which you already moved.
Passing my movement.
Yep.
Really nothing I can do other than.
Yeah, really. Well, like I said, you are getting very thirsty.
Okay, well, I'll use my action then to.
Okay. All right, go ahead, mark it off.
How are we working water skins? Are we doing do it?
In order to avoid the saving throw, you're gonna have to your one water skin will last you per encounter or in between encounters. So if I start to say you are thirsty, you can choose to bypass drinking the water skin at the risk of taking the exhaustion, or you can drink a water skin, mark it off, and avoid the saving throw. In between combat encounters, you won't have. It'll be like in between short rests before you have to take another drink. Doc had already taken a drink.
Okay, so I've got one water skin. What I'm saying is like a healing potion. How we'd have 3 X's on it. You want to set a specific amount of X's per water skin?
No, a water skin is a water skin. Since it's not a magical item. In my opinion, healing potions are a magical commodity, and water skins are a necessity.
So, like what I'd say is a potion of healing only has a 0.5 a weight, where a water skin has 5.
Right, but you're going to drink the entire water skin to stay hydrated for the next period of time, which is about an hour.
Yeah, I guess the idea is that the potion can be broken into thirds, and each third is a dose.
Right. Due to its magical
got
nature,
you.
yeah. Water skin,
Well,
though,
if it's for
you're going to be drinking the entire thing over the course of the, hour. Or in this case, because normally you only take a water skin a
6
day,
seconds.
but because of the heat that you're in, it's exceptionally hot, and you're perspirating even more. So you're gonna have to, in order to stay ahead of exhaustion, you're gonna have to consume the. You remember? Have you gone to SEER school?
No, but I do know. I have a lot of training.
Okay,
outdoor.
so-
That's why I kind of bring up these things. So
Right. So we in SEER school had water points, right? And I went in the summertime, and let me tell you, you will go through water fucking fast.
I used to do a lot of backpacking. I'm talking
Yeah.
like 20 plus miles a day for weeks on end. So yeah, I
But
know all
imagine
about
doing
it.
the backpacking in Death Valley.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, that's
I'd go through 6 quarts plus a day.
right. Okay, so anyways, yeah, it's gonna be one per short rest, unless you're in an encounter. At the end of the encounter, you must consume a water skin, or you'll have to roll a saving throw. General rule. Okay, so
Makes sense.
You are good to go.
Okay. I will hold.
You're gonna hold it? Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
But remember, you can resist. It gets accumulating. The accumulation is 1 DC higher each time you succeed. So it's a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. Anyone can make that. It'll be 11 next
is-
time, 12 the next time, and so on and so forth.
Okay, and then is that a damage or is that exhaustion?
Exhaustion. It'll be 1
Exhaustion.
exhaustion per failure.
5 levels of exhaustion will kill you.
Yes, it will.
5th level exhaustion is death.
Okay, well, let me know when we get to the first level of exhaustion, or right at it, and I will do it then.
Well, it's not going to work that way. You're going to have to make a decision whether you want to. You have to decide whether you're going to take the risk of possibly getting exhaustion or drinking your water skin.
Yeah, but it's not going to matter until we have finish a combat encounter or take
Right.
a short rest.
That's exactly right.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. Moving on.
So you're withholding. That's fine. All right. Go ahead and
Withholding.
end your turn. Bowie's up.
Okay. South or east?
Are you drinking a water skin or no?
Oh, I did.
Okay. So that
I'm
you'll be
drinking
drinking
one.
on this turn right now.
That's an action. You could walk up to the door and maybe use your interaction to listen or check for traps or just open it and look. Either door, right? You can make it to south or east.
I'll see.
I'm
about
interested
this.
in... Okay, go for it.
That east door is just a 2-foot diameter hatch. Is that where you're going to? Okay. Upon entering
I'll use-
here, you hear a wisping sound, like air escaping or pushing. You feel air rushing away from you into this hatch. It's not quite closed.
Ooh.
There's like a current blowing into it.
You can actually feel your whiskers kind of moving. It is totally dark on the inside, with the exception of being lit. But you do look inside with the light and see another door at the end. You cannot reach it. You cannot get inside.
I'll
Maybe a
throw
reduced person.
a ball bearing.
Okay, you chuck a ball bearing and it ding ding ding. The walls are metal.
That's weird.
Uh-oh. Trap.
You think? I think you're probably right. We should take a closer look. I think that's all of your actions and interactions and everything.
Yes,
for
it
this
is.
round, though. So whichever one of us goes first in the next round. Probably within the room, we don't need to move as one. We should just do the move as one thing when we're in the corridors.
All right, hold up. So, the beginning of the right at the beginning of your turn, Val, the doors to the north and south shut completely. They briefly glow faint red before not glowing at all, and now the sound of air escaping out of the room becomes much more audible.
Uh-oh. I guess I want to do an investigation check to determine the source of this so I can stop it or figure out how to escape. I guess I would probably focus that search on the opening, I suppose, or the area around
Where
the
Bowie's
opening.
at?
Yeah. Does it work like investigation checks, like 30 feet, or
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
go
like
ahead.
perception check?
Yeah.
Alright, since this is a pretty serious situation, I'm gonna use my inspiration to give myself advantage on this check.
Okay.
Bardic, right? I still have a Bardic inspiration?
I believe you do, yeah.
Yeah, I'll use that. Well, let me see what this looks like first. I can...
Actually,
Wait for the
Bardic
result.
Inspiration gives you a D8 to add to your roll, rather than an advantage.
Well,
Why?
you did a pretty good roll there.
Okay.
You can. Well, here's what you have found in your investigation. Air is rushing out of this room at an alarming rate, and in fact, your breathable air is beginning to be depleted.
We gotta plug this thing up. It's sucking the air out of us, out of the room. Soon it'll suck the air out of our lungs. Plug the hole. I don't know what the hell I can use. I'm tempted to just jump into it and plug it up. I got spell-wise. Nothing that's gonna help me fill it up or blast it shut. Shatter? It's made out of metal, you said?
Yep.
Not crystalline or rock, so it's not gonna matter very much. And that roll doesn't show me any way to stop it.
No, but
Just
what you know is that
confirms
it is a hatch. That it is now obviously fully opened.
Oh, it's a hatch, so we can close the hatch.
Yeah, man, it was a 2-foot diameter hatch that was partially closed with sort of wisping air. She threw a ball bearing into it. Now that when the door, right on this turn, when the door's shut, the hatch opened up and the air is rushing out of the room.
Oh, okay, I got it. I think I completely missed that it was a hatch. I mean, I don't know if I still have an interaction, but I'm gonna step up next to Bowie and just try and reach over and shut the hatch.
Okay. Are you trying to hold it shut?
Yeah.
Alright, it pretty much easily holds shut.
Is the rushing air stop?
The air, it's not airtight, but it does slow down the rushing air a lot more.
Whistling?
Yeah, it's no longer whistling. Yeah, it's whistling. It's like a pot of tea.
And I'll tell everybody else, check the other doors. See how we can get out of here. Maybe look at the pillars.
Okay, so now that I have Riley on my shoulders, I am again with Riley's approval. So I was assuming I was talking about going backwards towards the room, but now we're going through the room that we had started in.
I want to before you do anything, you suddenly feel a wash of fear and anxiety over you. Coming, and you definitely feel that is coming from the west.
Okay. So with that flush, I move forward here with him on my shoulders, but I'm just assuming, Riley, that I was going to go back to the room where we originally spawned in and go the opposite direction. I wait for a tug of compliance.
Coconuts. Are you on mute?
Diddly dee.
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. But you're waiting for Riley, right?
Yep,
Yeah, I was kind of.
He's a monkey form, so he can't talk.
Well, that's why I was waiting for a tug of compliance of yes
Yeah.
or no. Okay, moving on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move on to don't move me yet. I'm quickly counting. I'm going to dash here. I will hit the doorway where that trap door is and do a quick leap, and then I'm moving into position in front of that door with Riley.
Okay. The door's closed.
And I will end my turn on that and leave it up to him.
I'm going to, real quick, remove this. You guys are not going there yet.
Just to save the combat tracker.
Okay. Alright, it is Bowie's turn. What you up to,
Okay, I'm going to check the door, like he asked. To south.
Okay. Which door?
To south.
To the source? That's okay, go ahead and move there. It is locked.
I checked the pillars.
Okay, they're just typical columns made out of basalt.
Well, we can't get through. There's one way.
There's a foolproof way.
I take out the hand axe.
Okay. Roll to hit, armor class 16.
16.
Yep.
Oops.
You hit.
Hang on.
It's just a hand axe. Okay, so you right as you cut down onto the door flashes red, and you take 5 points of damage.
Let's see. Is the pillars attached to the...
They just attach the floor to the ceiling.
I'll go to the north.
Okay.
I'll look at the door.
Identical to the south.
Can't break through. It burns. It hurts.
That's what she said.
Both ends. And that should end my turn.
I check the door for any hidden devices.
Okay, go ahead.
Anything?
Nope.
Alright, I'm open the door.
Okay.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary?
Nope.
Like, false floor?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
Technically, you still have your movement, so you could jump off my shoulders if you want.
I don't know. But it's safe up here. I give him a thumbs up and...
Alright,
Doc,
Doc, what
can
do
I
you
read you like? Can I read you like the monkey? Never mind. Anyways, so just to make sure I didn't understand correctly, I'll go ahead and step up there.
Okay.
And look down. Did I understand correctly that Bowie's ball bearing went through and Val closed the door, and that the ball bearing is keeping the vault door from closing?
No, Val is keeping the door closed right now.
Oh, Val is keeping the door closed. Okay, can I see any mechanism for locking this door from our side?
No, while the door is closed, you can't see through it, but it is a hinged hatch that it's basically looks like a ventilation hatch. Just it opens fully or closes fully.
Right. So I'm not trying to get through it. I'm trying to find a way to lock it, since the air seems to be trying to escape from this room into
Well, the
the
hatch is
next,
made out of
and he's
metal.
holding the door shut.
No,
Sorry?
the hatch is made out of metal, and the mechanism work is on the inside of the hatch, not the outside. So it's a flapper hatch, if you will.
Okay. Perfect. In that case, I would like to ask if I'm understanding this correctly, and I pull out my portable hole. It says that you cannot make a
Door.
portal. Right.
Right.
So if I put my portable hole over the hatch and the wall, wouldn't that seal it?
No, are you thinking about kind of doing something like an Acme hole?
Instead of making it so that I can get through, it makes an extra dimensional space inside that's walled off on the other side, right?
No, not with the 5th edition set of the portable hole. It's essentially just for storing stuff. Or you could. You could. I see what you're saying. You're gonna put it over. Let me get it straight. You're gonna put it over the hatch to where it covers the hatch, right, and creates a space.
The hatch and the door and the wall around it.
You can do that.
Create and then that locks it into the air stops getting out.
That's very clever. Yes, you can do that.
Okay, so that at least stops us from suffocating to death for a moment. But I would like to get my portable hole back, guys. So if we can start figuring out how we're going to go about doing that, I go ahead and remove everything from my portable hole and put it in my backpack.
Okay.
My really cool backpack. A bag of holding, excuse me,
That
not my backpack.
was really clever, by the way.
Thank you. I was hoping that would work. And click. And that brings it back to me. So yeah, I start putting my stuff in from my portable hole into my bag of holding.
Okay.
And click.
I was on mute. Sorry, I was trying to tell you that was pretty slick.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was, well, like I say, I still want my portable hole back, but at least we're not dying now. So.
Yeah, I'm all for the not dying part. We can totally get your hole back, I'm sure.
Right.
Alright, okay, Takashi, you're
Sounds
up.
like a vaginoplasty commercial.
There's a sign for that, dude, here in Missouri, bro. There's a sign on the freeway. Get your vagina reconstructed or something like that. I'm like, I look at Lindsay and I'm like, so, can I go do it?
Oh my.
Alright,
Okay.
Okay. You gotta imagine now. There's also signs saying like, when you die you will meet God. All this religious crap. You'll see shit like that along the highway, and then you see a vaginoplasty sign. Oh yeah, I live in Amish country.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So I've kind of researched this, not metagaming at all, but how you do your got two characters and you're doing like one as the primary and one as the mount. I'm gonna forego again, and I will go with his 11 count. So I will pass.
Okay, that's fine. It's basically the same as taking a ready action.
Yep, you get it.
Okay, so we got to figure out what's going on with these doors. I'm gonna take a closer look at one of these pillars right here, and I'll do an investigation check.
Okay.
Actually, well, I probably can't realistically check them all in one turn, right?
No.
Alright, let's see. Hope for a good roll here. I don't know how to know whether or not I should use a bardic when going to the dice tower. Usually what you do is you look at your roll and...
Here's what you do. Roll your bardic and then put the modifier in your box.
Well, but I don't know if I want to use it or not.
Fair enough,
bardic
okay.
You don't have to use until after you throw the roll, but before the GM tells you whether or not it's a hit. And
Right.
usually, like, you would know what your roll is, but in the tower you don't know what your roll is, so it's,
Yeah. Well, I'll save you the space. These are pillars of basalt.
Nothing special, huh? Nothing, no niches,
special,
no buttons, nothing carved into them.
Nope.
I've we gotten any items that would help us here? Do we see any doorknobs or locks or mechanisms on the doors?
No, the doors have doorknobs. There is no keyhole or anything like that.
I guess I'll try and turn one of the doorknobs.
Doesn't turn. They are locked.
We don't have anybody in this room with us that's any good with thieves' tools or disarming, do we? Do we even have a set of thieves' tools or anything we could use as thieves' tools to try and disarm these doors? Because anybody can roll it. It's just
Right.
a matter of whether or not you're.
I
Maybe
can
it
Who
try.
knows? You might get a critical success.
Give me a
Hold on.
second here.
Use bardic inspiration.
She's got cause, so she's at least got, like, improvised thieves' tools, right? Oh, I broke a nail. Takes on an entirely new meaning, though.
There you go.
I do not believe I am proficient in picking locks. It's one of the...
Well, you don't have to be proficient. We just have to have something to use, but we don't. And anything we can improvise without
I've got a
proficiency is
dagger.
not going to be super effective. So I've moved. I've tried the doorknob, which is an interaction. I still have an action. I have a little bit of movement left. I'll back up and I'll blast the door with the Eldritch Blast.
With the Eldritch Blast,
Yep, I get 2 rays.
you have to roll. You have to roll to hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, roll to armor class 16. Both of them.
I'll use my War Wand here.
Okay, so you get that adds your to damage too, doesn't it?
Yeah, +2 to attack
Okay.
and +2 to damage.
So when you roll, if you roll your damage, make sure you roll it. Put your modifiers in there. Oh, it's already in there, isn't it?
So the attack with the wand is 16 out of 24.
Both of them hit. Roll
Both
damage
hit,
for both.
and then so +2. Man, I hope it blew this thing off the door or off its hinges.
How much is that total right there?
That looks like 30.
You blast the door open, motherfucker.
Bad Mama Jamma. Oh wait, that's not on me. That's still on Doc. That way I moved.
Talking about shut your mouth.
Peeking around the corner
Okay.
with my trusty war steed.
You see a door to the east. I'm sorry, west.
I thought I was just peeking around the corner.
Yep.
Nothing.
Nope.
Sometimes you were so slow on the draw of that damn button, and another time you were like click, 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 click.
I know.
Alright, I'm gonna investigate this door.
Okay. It is closed. You don't find anything of noteworthy taken to it.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and open it.
Alright, so you open the door, leads into a large hallway in which you find a staircase ascending up. At the top of the staircase is a raging inferno of a firewall. To the north, you see glowing lights.
I don't even let him look at the fire. I immediately just kind of shift to the north.
used his movement, right?
Yeah, you're using his movement.
And I don't see any baddies
Still have.
besides the fireball.
Yeah, hold on. Where is it? Sorry. Even after being prepared, I'm like, nah.
I don't want to impede your searches, so we won't move into a dash unless we actually know what we're walking into. But yeah, we still have like 5 more feet of movement.
Don't sweat it, Jeff. It's like that for all of us.
Yep, there you go. No 5 feet. Saucy little vixens.
That's what you see. A couple of salamanders playing dice together.
So I've used my action, right? Because I opened the door.
Well, no, opening a door doesn't really count as an action.
That's an interaction, like drawing a weapon. You get one of those for free every round. Kind of like Pathfinder's swift actions.
I haven't played Pathfinder.
3.5 swift action. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Alright, so these guys are doing nothing. Bowie, you feel a terrible sense of fear coming from the east.
Alright. I asked Val and Doc. They felt that.
Yeah, I think it's our friends. I guess we should keep going south.
And leave them?
Hey,
We can't go east, and we know that north doesn't go east, so...
Is the north door still locked?
Yes, right? Locked and closed?
It is closed, yes.
Wasn't there another door in our original room that we woke up in right there?
Oh, yeah, there was, yeah.
It's up to...
Apologies for metagaming, Ref, but could
That's
that
not
not
metagaming.
connect
That's not
up
metagaming.
to
I mean,
there?
you could say, if we're stopping here for a second to chat about this, you could very well have just brought that up in character. I mean, we have no idea what's...
We've got
I mean,
time.
yeah,
Let's take
now.
5 real quick. You guys go ahead and use your 5 as you wish. I gotta use... Actually, take 10. I gotta...
Alright, I wouldn't mind getting up and taking the dog out for a walk. Maybe we should go back, and I think we can... I mean, I hate the metagame, but obviously, you know, that door up there is going to bring us together and unite the party, unless there's some silly little trap in between. So it probably makes sense for us to rush back and catch up to one another. I just wonder what's south of us if we wouldn't meet up with them anyway if we went south.
We got bust
Well,
a door,
I'm curious
though.
what's south of us as well, but if we are going north, I'd like to go ahead and have you guys like grab a hold of a rope and tie the other end around me so that if pulling the portable hole off of this does end up going bad for me, then I don't end up going somewhere bad by myself. You guys can pull me out or go in with me.
Alright, I mean, I don't think you're gonna get sucked in. The latch is still down.
Okay,
It's
cool.
just, it was kind of just seeping in through the sides.
Okay, cool.
So one of us can back you up. Probably I can throw a pair of Eldritch Blasts at the door, and we can either just run through and start going back, or hang back to help you out. Whatever. I guess it depends on how the initiative goes.
Go ahead and start heading that way, and I'll grab the portable hole off the door and on in.
Yeah, because
you.
it wasn't strong enough to cause an issue. So it was just still seeping. You know, just a lot more slowly, but still seeping.
Yeah.
But I think if both of
Also-
these doors are blown open and all the other doors in the place are open, you know, I think it's not going to matter
be
very much.
left there dropping out. But we can worry about that later. I was going to let you know, Bardic Inspiration only lasts for like about 10 minutes.
Well, we're still in initiative. We're going turn by turn, so
For sure. I'm
I have
just
a bardic
letting you know.
inspiration
So,
on me. I don't know if it has a duration on it. Do we know
No,
what
you're
round that
good,
was cast
yes.
in?
you're doing fine on time limit. I'm just letting you know that if you're ever in doubt about whether or not to use it, I got extra bardic inspiration a while back, so I've got a few extras. So.
Okay, so we should burn them up for things when they could be useful. I mean, that's what I was
I'd
planning
rather
on doing,
see
was
you
trying to
use
close
it.
this thing.
I'd rather see you use it and not get an effect out of it than not use it and not get an effect out of it.
Yeah, I hear that. Well, then what's the point of you being around above us, right?
Be right back.
Right.
Same. I'm gonna step
Well,
away from it. Oh, go ahead.
If everyone stops using them, then I'll just start using them for my cutting words all the time.
Man, there you go. True. You reserve one or two for yourself anyway. You took extra. Shit.
Sorry.
Alright,
My dog's terrified of the storm, and I just accidentally kicked him. God. Yeah, okay.
I feel so sorry for this this neighbor that's across the street. His daughter has moved out and moved back in at least 7 times in the last 4 months.
Damn.
I have no idea what's going on there, but it's like there's been a U-Haul there at least 2 times a month for the last 4 months.
Yeah.
I almost feel bad for him. It's like just when he thinks he's like at retirement age and about to like see the grace of freedom, it gets pulled away from him once again.
Riley, actually, I think Val Blue's door that was to the north of us, off at Hinges, that one there. But I could be mistaken. Maybe it was this one over here. Oh. That'd just be hilarious if we all kicked the door in and stomped on these here salamanders all at the same time.
Homage to my last character, and Leroy Jenkins roll up in that bitch.
I've got a priest of what is the Platinum Dragon, Bahamut, in my party, and one of his flaw in his background is, if there's a plan, I'll forget it. Poor Jeff trying to cut the being anxiety by making the air slowly leaking out of the room, and I'm all, nope, no problem here, man. Got a cork for that. What I really enjoy about that is the thing that gave me the idea was when I had previously tried to use it as a portal to get through, here we go, we can just step right on through, and he was like, nope, it doesn't do that anymore. What? So I was like, so it doesn't do that now? So it just, like, blocks the portal in? Here we go.
Oh my god. So, Memorial Day, Monday, it's raining here. I mean, torrential rains in Minnesota. And I had planned to make ribs, but I don't have my awning up yet in my backyard to cover up my grill, so I had to do it outside, and I kind of had to like put it halfway under the edge of my house. Everything worked out great. I got like 4.5 hours into it. I love when I read ribs and they're even better than they were the first time. It's like just having a snack. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna choose something healthy, at least I'm gonna choose a protein at night. I'm not gonna get any extra fats in there. Just enjoy it for what it is. It's amazing. I love cooking.
Not so much. I don't care to cook so much. I didn't, of course, realize this until after I graduated culinary arts school. But you know,
Back.
timing is everything.
See,
Right?
on that note, I'll tell you, Doc, that I love cooking. Like, I used to do anywhere from 400 to 600 sit-down, plated white linen dinners with my uncle, who was a master chef. And so that's who I learned from a very young age. Dad learned from him, so I also learned from my dad at the same time. And then as he got older, I would take over these catering gigs. But I lost my passion for cooking for people so I'm also an electrician. I left. I came back after working 8 years as an electrician in the military, got my culinary degree, and I started in the kitchen. And I lost my passion again because it has to do with the kitchen mentality and how it's brutal. There is no love for the cook. It is work your ass off, do what I tell you to do.
Oh, yeah.
It is always your fault, even though it's not your fault. And it's just, and it's for piddly dollars. So I'm like, okay, I'm done on that note. Got back into, now I'm a foreman, general foreman. I'm running 2 jobs right now. I've got 15 people on one job, 15 people on another. It's enriching. I'm happy with my job, but I still love cooking. But the thing is that I just could not sit in the kitchen anymore because of the mentality. It's like a dungeon, and I'm not changing locations all over the place. I find that I'm making better food now that I'm passionate about just cooking in my own kitchen or cooking for other people. Right. I'm not cooking for people I don't know. That's where I lost my passion.
Yeah, my other brother Mike the same way. He ended up doing a lot of professional cooking and especially industrial cooking in nursing homes, and that kind of killed it for me too. And but now he's got a job where he's the head of his crew. He runs the shop. If they've got some major problem, they come to him first because he's got the reputation as a miracle worker, all those great. But if you come over to his house in the evening, he fixes up a mean meal, and it's just whatever he does, any time he cooks something, it's just absolutely top notch.
Now I'm to the point where, have you seen the movie Cooking with Julia? That was kind of a semi-documentary, but it was a movie about an actual event where this lady went through Julia Child's cooking books and did every single one, and then documented it on this social media website. So every single time she was going through and she was learning how to cook, and it was great because that's how Julia Child learned how to cook too. So now I'm kind of taking that same level, but because I'm not patting myself on the back here, but I'm above that level of basic. I need to learn and excel past that. So if you've ever heard of this restaurant called the French Laundry?
No, I haven't. Go ahead.
Okay, so this French Laundry is on the top 10 across the world on a regular basis. Nice. It's by far the top 1 or 2 in the country right now, the United States. But so he's this master chef, I would put him up there, has now 3, 4, 5 books. These are such intense books that if you don't know what you're doing as a cook, yet you're reading Latin, you're reading Sanskrit, you have no idea. All you see is a list of ingredients, but if you don't know how to read it, or if you don't understand the missing steps, then you might as well just not even. It's a door. It's a doorstop. You really have no value to it. So I'm taking these books that again for the master chef, and I'm gonna start going through that step just out of sheer enjoyment of it now that I can show people like this is what he's serving at his restaurants. I can do it here. I might be a couple of steps below him right now, but I'd like to be where he's at. But only for just pure enjoyment. It's so enriching.
Sure.
I'm just passionate about what I do as an electrician and as a cook. I feel happy in my life right now. That is such a underappreciated commodity, and not everybody has it. I feel happy. Good. Only hope other people have that too.
Uh-oh. Looks like the hammer might have blown up.
Huh?
He said he had a lot of lightning storms going on.
Sort of. You're kind of a little breaking up. All I heard was lightning.
I think it might be you, Bowie. I can hear him about 90%. I hear a little bit of breakup, but
Yeah, that's what I mean. A little bit.
But now, there we go. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, my headset, I had to switch earbuds at the end, and then I was getting back.
I killed your headphones with my soapbox moment.
No, it's quite alright. Well, Riley, if you were saying that the door in the room that we started from is still closed, Sal just blew the one in this room on the north off its hinges, apparently. So maybe that's not as big of a obstacle as we once thought it was. Oh, was it to the south? I thought it was to the north. Maybe I'm wrong.
It was too south.
Oh, it was the south door? Okay. Excuse me for...
Exit stage north. So, Doc, quick question. Will he teach the light cantrip? Like, this is an actual question, raw style. I don't know if I can learn that, can I?
What's the question? You can't. You want to know if you can actually learn the spell?
Right, like if I actually sat down and did a study session over a game time frame, what would it take me to learn a light cantrip?
It would depend first on the DM and second on how badly you wanted to learn it. We happen to be 7th level, I believe, correct?
We are 7th level.
If you hit 8th level and you decided you wanted to take Magic Initiate, you could not only get the one light cantrip, you could get another cantrip along with it, as well as a first level spell like, Cure Wounds.
Thought about something else, but
I thought about.
And since light is a cantrip, you can use it at will, and you can use it as a time to keep the device because it lasts 1 hour. You can pop it on people that are trying to be invisible, and then there's a light source. You can do all kinds of interesting things with light. It's a fun spell.
Okay.
Hey Jeff, welcome back.
Thank you. I had to find some cookies. Sorry.
Alright.
Alright. So, is everybody back? What's Bowie doing? It's still your turn.
Okay.
I'm here.
I'm moving away,
Okay.
and I'm throwing javelins at it.
You get extra attack, right?
Yes.
You were throwing 2 of them?
Yes.
Roll ahead. Roll to hit, arm class 16. Missed with 1. And break that javelin, by the way. The other one hit. You take 6 points of damage. As the red reflection zaps you.
Ah.
Why do you think Girl Scout cookies are the best? Like they're not the same as, like, take Thin Mints. They're, grasshoppers and Thin Mints. You compare the two. Girl Scout cookies are better. Why? Nick, do you have a witty retort to that?
No, you're just right. I mean,
It's just one of those
what was there to say?
It depends on if they're made with real Girl Scouts or not.
Yeah.
well played. What is that? The Addams
it's made
Family.
with bits of real panther, so you know it's real.
I swear they've got some dark magic in those things.
Yeah,
what was
it's called
it?
addiction. Addictive quality.
I like the Samoa, or what do they call it now?
Yeah, I know what you're talking. It's the
caramel delight.
Samoas are good. I like those. Tagalongs are my favorite. Chocolate covered peanut butter. Come on.
Oh, dude, they're all fucking good. They're like
so good.
I could
I used to like scrape the peanut butter out of the little cup first.
Yeah.
I buy like $100 worth of boxes.
I could totally house a whole box of Tagalongs.
Oh yeah.
There's only like 12.
And like with no regret.
Box, so.
Might like have some regret when you break into the next box right after the first box.
But if a little boy came trying to sell me Girl Scout cookies, I'd have to smack them boxes out of his hand. Bitch, Barry, bring me some Girl Scout cookies.
All right.
Yeah, it's not the same with the popcorn. It's just not the same. It's not.
No, but
it's weird because it seems like that's exactly what he's doing, bringing a Girl Scout cookies.
I'm so fucking racist or sexist or something like that. Okay.
Alright, everybody, put down the Girl Scout cookies and back away slowly. Nobody has to get hurt.
Yeah, they're making you loopy, man. All that sugar's fucking with your brain.
I know.
Nobody has to get hurt today.
You gotta guard them at the weed shop, with armed guards. All right, so
I don't know about that, but if I had kid, that's where I'd sell their Girl Scout cookies, is in front of the pot shop.
They do that in California. They do it in California all the time.
Makes sense.
There you go.
Excuse me.
Takashi, what you up to?
I am holding. Do I also notice what Riley sees?
Are you peeking your head around the corner to look?
No. I'm gauging what Riley saw. Is what I'm saying.
Well,
You felt
Riley's
the same
eyes
reaction.
are extremely big, and he is trying his best to stay calm for a little chimp.
Oh no, you didn't feel the same reaction because he doesn't have the. None of us felt that. He doesn't have the mark.
That's right. You just you are feeling anxiety from him, knowing that something big is around the corner up there.
Am I the only one aroused by that?
I actually, I'm gonna interact with Riley here quietly. I'm like, what's going on? What is this feeling that's coming over me?
You
Do
do
you
hear
mind if I
dice
take
hitting
my
the
turn first?
ground.
Hey,
You
Riley's
do
gonna have
hear
to
dice
change
hitting
back
the
to.
ground.
Riley's gonna have to change back to do anything in combat anyway. So.
Right. So this
That's
is
what I
the
was
time to
saying.
do it.
You mind if I take my turn first?
Yes, by all means. I will actually. Sorry, we can forego this. I'll let Doc make his move, and then we'll have this conversation.
Okay. Doc, you're up.
So I'm just curious, out of character, is that what you call monkey style then? So, okay, back in character, sorry about that.
So we're going north or south
Mr.
because we didn't actually have a feeling of terror from the east because he doesn't have the mark when he saw that.
Which way did which doors did you blow off? The south ones?
The south door is blown off. The north door needs to be blown off for us to get back to the cell that we started in.
So, ref, I grab the portable hole with both hands, and I get ready to double move to the north. My handle of my rapier is still outside of the scabbard, so it's still shiny and light.
Okay, yep.
And I wait for my teammates to get out of the door to the north and for Val to valorously blow the door off the hinges.
Okay. Riley's up.
I hop off his shoulder and change back. There are two salamanders to the north and a giant ball of fire to the south. Do we want to try to take them?
Oh, holy shit, that's like a lake of fire.
So sorry, Riley. I just took my headphone off for a second. I missed about half what you said. Back to my question I just asked you. What is this feeling that's over me? What am I feeling?
There's two salamanders to the north and a giant ball of fire to the south.
It's a remember this. It's a wall. There's a right here, right there. Oh no, I always do that wrong. I gotta figure that out someday. Right there at the top of the stairs is a wall of fire, an inferno of fire. It leads into this other room that's brightly lit.
How would you rate this, Jeff? Would I be rolling perception or investigation to feel what is this feeling that
That would be
overcoming
perception.
me? Okay.
And you're just feeling. I guess you could say. Well, what I'm trying to portray is you're feeling a sense of intuitive anxiety from the two deadly monsters that are to the north of you.
Oh, they have some kind of aura.
Okay, because you get where I'm going with this, because now that he's on my shoulder at first, the wave overcomes me, and then he tells me what he's feeling. I'm gauging that he the feeling is coming from him. So I'm trying to gauge that from him.
There's no
Do
feeling.
you want me
He
to dice?
doesn't have the mark.
He doesn't have the mark.
That was a mess up.
You're basically
None of us felt his emotions.
You're
at all.
just feeling you're picking.
Pretty much, I looked around the corner and seen the ball of fire, huge ball of fire, and the salamanders, and I left a trail of urine down your back. You know,
Pretty much. Yeah,
He
pretty
peed
much.
on
okay.
you.
because you know
He peed on
we are all
you.
alone. It's me and you, and we
But-
don't know where everybody else is at. I
That
don't even know
feeling
you
was the
owns
golden
you.
shower. Okay, moving on.
He owns
And
you now.
The
He
likelihood
peed
of
on
you
you.
both taking on two salamanders. Yeah.
Yeah, we're like
I don't know.
stuck in a rock
They
and a
might
hard
not want
place,
to
man.
touch him.
Up to the north of us, there's like 8 people, and and then there in this room there's 2 salamanders, and we can't go
I
south
gather his
from
magic
here because
monkey
there's a
urine.
ball of fire and a big ass ball of fire, which would probably cook us alive.
I will grant you this though, David. You do feel somewhat of a sense of foreign relief. A few seconds ago. Surprise and relief.
Okay.
Like when the monkey peed on his back. Was it warm and chilly?
It was very relieving.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, don't underestimate how little those salamanders want to touch someone with monkey pee on them.
And hey, urine is the most sanitary liquid on the planet, most likely.
Oh, maybe these guys are feeling dehydrated.
Wait,
Yes,
then
exactly.
that
Yeah,
was
stay
my,
hydrated.
was my action,
Hey,
right?
if they give coffee
obviously haven't
beans
smelled my
to
son's
monkeys and
piss.
have them shit it out and make it into coffee, then I think I can drink some coffee, or I can drink some
I'm not
monkey
drinking
urine.
that coffee. There's no way in hell I'm drinking that coffee.
Sometimes I like to rim the edge of the coffee with my sausage.
Okay.
Moving on.
This is being recorded, you know.
Yeah, it's going on the internet for the whole world.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, all of our political
Okay.
careers are fucked.
Yes.
Well, I hold my action.
Or they're made, right? I mean,
Yeah, right.
you can say stuff like that and be cool.
I already held my action, so I was already just holding for the conversation. I'm holding, and we will move in tandem for
Yes.
Riley.
That is your action, yes.
Okay. I've got a plan, Takashi. See what we can do next round.
Somebody needs to take the message spell. Send messages to one another.
Too bad you don't have like the spell sending or something.
We're getting up there in level.
I talked to Riley.
We can cover
I'm
that
always
soon.
down for a fight. So if you're interested in whooping some ass, let's move in. Otherwise, have another plan. Otherwise, full frontal assault is in order.
We'll finish this out in whispers.
Yep.
Alright, Val, you're up.
I'll blast 2, I'll just blast up at the door.
Okay.
AC 16.
You hit with both.
Both get a +2. That's minus. Plus.
Tell me what the combined total is. 15. What is that? 24?
26.
26. Yeah, 26. Alright. Blast doors are out of the hinges. You're lucky, because you have to do, in one single, my rule was you have to do 25 points of damage in a single round of attacks, or
Wow.
all the damage is reflected back onto you.
Holy shit. Getting close is just not gonna cut it. It's pretty bad. So that's my action, and then I'll just start moving.
Alright. So the, go ahead, you may do.
Wrong one.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got you.
I got no bonus actions that I can, should, or need to take, so that's it.
I can go 80.
Damn it.
You can go further if you want, but remember you're going into darkness.
Why did it not whisper?
And darkness, I'll have to consider half movement unless you want to, smash your face against the wall.
Mr. Ref, if you'll remember, I said that I was holding my action to move as my party moved out.
Got it. Okay, so she's fine. Yeah.
I'm pulling and my portable hole is coming with me.
Hey,
I thought I had enough move to end up in front of Val, but behind Bowie.
Didn't you say Unity has? They're planning on using some sort of dynamic lighting effect.
Yeah.
That is going to be amazing.
Dynamic light and line of sight, and
Yeah, because
clears
lighting
out
is
the.
one of the things that DMs forget the most. I think in dungeons, it's I think it's one of the most neglected. One of the most neglected
I mean, that's
features.
why I put these two 40-footers up there.
Yeah.
You still have to figure out in your mind where the lights go based on the sources.
Yep.
But at the very least, seeing the maximum range helps you make those decisions and remind you that you have to make those decisions.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
I actually started using radius dotted lines on my maps in in-person games.
Yeah.
Okay, Bowie, go ahead.
Again?
Yep. New round.
Yep.
He's holding his action until I did mine.
Now, Bowie, does Bowie have a light source, or you're just kind of going?
Dark vision.
Okay, you have dark vision. Never mind. All right.
I'll wait for the others.
All right. Yep.
Well, Bowie, you'll probably have another full round before we catch up with you, so you might as well just try and arc with the door and see what you can do.
Well, my movement is pulled up, so I can't do any.
Yeah, I understand that. What I'm saying is you're still going to have a full round before we catch up with you.
Oh yeah.
Why did we all of a sudden get experience?
That was they bypassed the vacuum trap.
Nice. I'll take it.
Nice. Nice, thank you.
One sec. Alright, Jeff, I'm casting Major Image.
Okay. Describe the image.
Huh?
Describe the image.
I am gonna create... It says I can create an object or a creature or some other visible phenomenon that is no longer than a 20-foot cube.
Yep, and the cool thing about that is it's up to your imagination. It could be anything.
So can I only create one creature?
One creature,
Or can
but
I
it is
create
completely
multiple
creature.
creatures within the 20-foot cube?
One creature within the 20-foot cube.
Okay, I'm going to eat the biggest water elemental that's 20 foot tall and whatever is a proportionate wide.
Okay, and what is its actions?
What?
You're putting it right there in the middle?
Yeah, I want to put it between us and them.
Can you link your spell?
It says boo. That's its action.
Well, my hopes is, if they fail their rolls, they don't realize it's an illusion and they try to run away because they're fire-based fuckers.
Absolutely. I think that's brilliant and hilarious.
True. link your spell. Yeah, okay, so you
Never thought
basically
about
get to
this.
control it as it were. You can control it to move, do anything that you would think that a water elemental would do. And it won't be able to do any damage, obviously, but you can.
I'm hoping it to be a deterrent that it.
Right, yeah, okay, so, we'll roleplay this out a little bit. But, okay, so you go ahead and cast a spell.
Yeah.
Okay, and the water elemental forms right at the center point. The two salamanders drop what they are doing. They scramble for their tridents, their tridents, and they try to get the hell away, wondering what the hell is going on.
Okay.
Okay, Salamander 1. Intelligence is a... investigation's intelligence, right? Yeah. What's your save DC? Is it a DC?
I don't remember what it is supposed to be.
It's 10. No, is it 8 plus your spell level plus your proficiency level, I believe. Let me double check though.
Nope. A creature can determine that it's an illusion with a successful intelligent investigation check against your spell DC.
Right, which is... I'm gonna look here. Go to your abilities, looking at spell casting. It's a DC of 16. It's 8 plus your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's
so
right.
Proficiency is 3, so 8, 11. Intelligence, so 14.
Okay. First one does not know it is a water elemental, and he acts like he is fighting it, and it seems as if he is believing you. He is engaged. Salamander 2. Same exact thing. They are engaging against this thing, and it looks like they are fighting a real elemental, and the elemental is fighting them. It's missing them as if they are definitely moving, because it doesn't do damage, but it's making it seem like it's in combat, and they are believing it. I love illusions. Okay, that's your action. Now that takes concentration, right? Because you gotta actively move it and
Yeah.
like it's fighting it. Okay. Doc, you're up.
Okay, so it didn't matter to combat at the time, so I didn't worry about it until the end of the round. But to reiterate, when we're operating... Oh, what the heck?
That reminds me. Well, it's already rolling initiative for you guys. When you how do I want to do this? Yeah, we're just We're going to keep it in the order it's going since it's automatically rolling initiative.
I'm just trying to roll with
Right.
Val.
Yep. Yeah.
Not
Yeah. You're staying with
necessarily
Val.
roll my dice. I'm just trying to use my move action to move with.
Right. When you are within one movement parcel, I guess you could say, from combat, then you will be actively in combat.
Right.
Yep. Okay.
We weren't. So.
No, you're not. You are good to go.
I'm not complaining or arguing. I waited until my turn in here just to be clear though that's what we're trying to do going forward.
Yep. Okay, Takashi, you're up. You see this water elemental is raging against this, and it just appeared out of nowhere. Steaming all over the place because of the hot environment around it.
I very
It's even
gently
making
put my hand
sounds.
on.
Right.
I very gently put my hand on the hilt of my blade and shift my feet ready to move and hold.
Okay. Doc, you're back up.
Okay. Again, I take my movement when Val takes his movement.
Yep.
And I have Featherfall prepared in case we need it. And click.
Okay. Bowie, you're up.
I'll look.
Okay, door's closed.
I'll open it.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. You fail. You take
Ouch.
9 points of damage. Go ahead and mark it down. And you are poisoned. As a needle injects poison into you from the door handle. The door opens.
Now, what does the poison do?
Yeah, it just makes you
Advantage.
nauseous. Have diarrhea. Cat diarrhea.
The poison condition is disadvantage on most things.
Yep.
I'll wait for Doc.
Okay.
I'll look in the hall.
Yeah, you can move. You gonna move?
No.
Okay. Go ahead
I'm
and
going
end your
wait
turn.
for Doc.
So, did she open the door?
She did.
Just got injected. That's all.
That's it. So yeah, you'll still have your movement and your actions. Go ahead and end your turn. Val's up. You're moving there, along with Doc. Yep.
Yep. Doc and I will move there.
Okay, Doc, you're in there. You see a very green-looking furry kitty.
Doc.
What happened?
Owie. As
Alright, it's a double move for us, so we'll help you next turn.
Yep.
I'll show him my hand.
Unless, Doc, you can do anything for her as a bonus action.
Restoration spell or anything?
I don't know if that would be a
checking here.
bonus
Lesser, I
action.
mean.
Lesser restoration is an action. So yes, I can, but it's going to have to wait until next round.
Okay. Salamander is making another intelligence check. Wait, can I? Is it just one or no? I can keep doing it. All right. It's
When they interact with it, they have a chance to disbelieve.
right. I saw they are attacking it.
So if they believed at the start of the round, they would probably attack it. But after the attack, I would think they would get another save. So probably
That's
give them
what.
another
Yeah.
save
So it didn't
at the
attack.
end
and
of
then I
their
rolled.
round.
Right.
At the end of their turn, I mean.
Right,
Or whenever they hit, probably. Whatever you think is fair. I don't know.
Right.
Because conceivably,
So they,
even if you missed, you're still interacting with it. You could definitely break the illusion.
yeah, exactly. So it went to attack it. Since it's got to be a believable illusion. So, Salamander 1 sees through the illusion and kind of looks around. Salamander 2 goes and hits, tries to hit. Misses and still believes it is an illusion. Contradiction here now. Your danger sense only affects dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Okay, Riley's up. Still concentrating on the spell.
Yo, is anybody watching Cobra Kai on YouTube?
Yeah?
I want to.
Freaking amazing.
It's so good, dude. I love, I'm only on season 1, but I love how he makes fun of all the kids, like, you guys are a bunch of pussies.
Yeah, it's so different than like culture for
anything
kids
else
is
that's
like
out there.
now.
Everybody's afraid of hurting people's feelings and shit.
Yeah,
Not him.
great.
Johnny ain't afraid of nothing.
Season 2 is fantastic.
Is
I don't
it?
even want to give anything away. You shouldn't watch any. Don't watch any trailers or anything for season 2 because
Okay.
the surprises that happen right at the beginning of the season are pretty awesome.
Isn't there a way, isn't it a flip side? Like you see Johnny's side and you also see Daniel's side.
You do see both sides, but it starts off mostly from Johnny's side, which is great
okay, yeah.
because he's like, he's like the anti-hero / a lot of people say he was the actual hero, which I think is funny, but
Yeah.
Dang it. I forgot.
Yeah, you want Nick and Brian, all of you guys actually, you want to hear some blasphemy?
obviously.
Lindsay has never seen Karate Kid 1 or 2.
Oh my god.
Jeff, did you see my tail?
Has she seen either the new Karate Kid or the one with
Yeah,
face?
she did see that one.
Why can't I think of the
Jaden
Fresh
Smith.
Prince's name? Smith. Yeah, Smith.
Yeah, Jaden. No, she never seen that one either. It's the same damn plot line. It's the exact same thing. But different in a way.
The one with Hilary Swank wasn't terrible.
No, it wasn't. The next Karate Kid or so much that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright,
You haven't even finished your childhood unless you've watched those movies.
the answer is no, Brian.
Not even if I cast it at a second level?
You know what? I'll give it to you. At that level, yes.
Okay. I'm jumping on his back and casting invisibility at second level and losing concentration on the water elemental, and we're gonna book it.
Okay, so does invisibility take concentration?
Yes.
So you're gonna have to cancel the one spell.
I know, as I said. I'm gonna drop the water elemental.
Okay, fair. Okay, I hear you now. Okay.
I'm hoping it'll create a confusion between them, like, what in the hell just happened?
Okay, so go ahead and delete the box.
You made it. Or someone made it. Val made it.
Let's see here. Let me put the effect on. Go ahead and put the effect on both you and you have the rule. You have to remain in contact. Oh yeah, I'll allow that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, invisibility on Riley and one more on Takashi. Okay, so Takashi, you find yourself completely invisible as a monkey jumps on your back. A working monkey. There's so many puns with this.
Yeah. Thing,
Hey man, this ain't none of my business, but we're gonna have an intervention because you've got a monkey on your back.
yo. So let me just run the numbers here.
This salamander, you do notice that their bodies are wavering and their weapons are also doing the same thing. It's got that mirage image going around them.
They're heat shimmers
Oh, I
instead
will-
of mist.
Yep.
If I have 45 movement, I will be moving.
And at this time, roll a Constitution saving throw at a DC 10 for you. Just do your tick off.
Okay, one second.
Okay, you were fine.
Okay, so I have 45 movement.
Yep.
But I would currently be, let's say if we're in this block, we're kind of halfway in a block right now. If we were looking through the door, we would be sitting in the doorway here. I just want to kind of.
Well, you are totally invisible.
Okay. Yep, I'm aware of that, but they're still gonna move half speed and get just
That door
to
is shut,
this block.
so you know. Yep. You're moving at half
Okay.
speed, or you're trying to be stealthy?
Let's say I'm just making the point. So if I stop at 20, we do a movement, and then I would still have
Well, do me a favor
enough
and
movement to
roll
get
an
through the
advantaged-
doorway.
Roll an advantaged stealth check.
Okay.
Make sure you put it in dice tower.
And I would, you know what? Riley, go ahead and make that one.
You have to make it. You're the one moving.
Then I will pass my movement.
Okay.
Riley.
Okay. So Riley's on your back.
With
If he leaves your back, you will be visible.
correct. So he is making all the movement here.
Okay. So, but you're
Actually,
still.
Yeah, just enough to
he
make
would
it.
be invisible, and I would be visible because I cast it on him because he was
Yeah, that's true.
carrying
So
me.
Okay, fair enough. Then I understand. So if you leave his back, then you pop out of invisibility. But
Yeah.
either way,
We're moving together, so now
Either
we're
way,
still in the
you're still
mounting,
gonna have to-
mountain
You're
phase.
still gonna have you're still gonna have to roll a stealth check.
yeah, because you're the one moving.
Yeah. Even if I'm moving you.
Okay,
You're the-
okay, you get where
I
I'm
can't
going.
You're
assist
still-
you on that.
Yeah, but I've got the
Concentrating on
impression that he was
invisibility.
specifically trying not to use stealth. If you use stealth, you move half speed. If he doesn't move stealth, he gets up there invisible. He can try and interact with the door.
I'm using his stealth
That's his
check
movement.
as passive perception to detect his footsteps.
Oh, then just use his passive stealth. Just add 10 to his stealth bonus. Versus
How do you do
passive
that?
Perception. Just do plus 10 to his stealth bonus versus plus 10 to their perception bonus.
Okay, yeah, I'll just do that. Okay, so let me see.
Passives versus passives.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm within 5 feet of this guy, so I can't really just roll up to the door without any. So, what do you want me to roll then?
you don't have to roll anything. I'm taking your
Okay.
passive stealth.
If you
I
take
forgot
half
about
that.
movement and roll a stealth check, then whatever you roll goes against his passive to see whether or not he hears your footsteps. Don't, then Jeff just does, he either elects to not do anything and your footsteps make noise, or he does your passive stealth versus his passive
Perception.
It's really DM's choice.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, your passive stealth would be 14. So yeah,
Yep,
okay.
plus 4.
You are you moving?
I am.
Now, yeah, you won't know what their passive perception is.
Movement queued up, so that's
Right.
yes, right?
Okay, yeah,
Do this.
you're moving to the door.
Yep.
Okay.
He
don't
can
seem to
open a
notice.
door without breaking stealth.
Yeah,
I mean, invisibility.
invisibility is only combat actions.
Right.
Yep. Correct.
You could even cast grease on the floor under somebody. That's not a combat action.
That's right. Now,
I have to assume you killed that light since there's firelight everywhere.
yeah, I'm assuming that too. I should have thought of that too. But yeah. Besides, it's equipped with them, so. All right. You open the door.
I hold. Ooh, that's tough. I guess I'm gonna have to let that be Riley. I could check.
You can. Remember, it's a free action to interact with an object.
I would. You know what? I'm gonna roll my investigation just to double check nothing is wrong with the door.
Nice.
Okay. You find nothing wrong with the door.
That would be my action, so I can't really open the door.
Yes, you can. It's an interaction. Interactions are free.
Okay. Interaction. Okay.
Yeah.
I will move through.
One interaction per turn. So draw a weapon, open a door, pull a push out of a pouch.
Very.
Yep.
Eat a pie.
Very grays here, so just making sure that.
Are you opening the door fully, or are you going? What's going on?
Just enough to make it look like the door, like very, like it was natural, like a gust of wind came through, and like you hear the door click and just kind of, and we'll slide through. Leave it kind of ajar. But I have just enough movement to get just through the doorway.
All right. The first salamander says something in a language you cannot understand. It peers down the hallway. You can almost feel its breath on your neck.
We probably hear these voices, right? We
Yes,
might
you
have even
do.
heard the creaking door open.
Yep. Riley, what are you up to? Oh, you're still holding the spell, right?
Well, I mean, I can still do.
Yeah. You
Can I cast Mage Hand? Because
Yeah,
it's
you
not a
can cast a
concentration
regular
spell.
spell.
Yeah.
As long as it's not concentration, you can
Yep.
cast another.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and use it to tap the salamander looking down the hall on the shoulder.
That's fantastic.
All right. It flips around with its freaking trident and rushes this way.
And I spur my steady my noble steed along.
Okay. Finish your movement.
That's voluntary movement out of your threat range. That's attack of opportunity at advantage for both of you guys if you want.
It is if you want to attack. It is.
I will pass on that.
It was the whole point of this was to not attack him, so we
Yes, right.
No, I hear
you
you.
guys.
It's metagamey because if you knew that we were right around the corner, you probably would, right?
Right.
Right.
That's why I'm not, because yeah, I don't know where the hell you are. I don't have a rune.
Correct. So many angles.
All right. This salamander. Let me bring my kid upstairs. 1 second. Okay.
back?
Who's that?
I
He had
distinctly
to-
heard 1 second. This is longer than 1 second. I protest. I demand reparation. For a nice cherry tart.
I finally got to do something besides shoot my crossbow.
Yes.
Well, I know I haven't been doing awesome mega damage and blowing doors off hinges and everything. However, I have to say, this is about the most fun I've had playing a support class in a long time. I've really been enjoying this character's support role.
Not
you're-
everybody
I mean, you're
does damage.
contributing.
You're playing our healer support.
Yeah.
You reduce damage. Take
You're
us that we
contributing big
take.
time. The buffs
dude.
and everything. Yeah, it's awesome.
It's been a lot of
Appreciate
fun. Oh no, I wasn't trolling for compliments. I was saying how much fun I've been having doing it.
Oh no, I'm
Only
just
you
saying you contribute a huge amount to the party.
Normally you don't think of, oh, well, they need a healer. Okay, I'll play a healer to get in. You know, you don't think of him taking such a big role in the game.
Well, 5e's cool that way, you know. You can really
Yeah.
be effective in any party role,
Yeah, you can. It's all about dynamics.
and you don't have to be pigeonholed either. You know, you can be a cleric, a war priest cleric, or a war domain cleric. They're basically fighters.
Those guys, Brian
Yeah,
played
they're
one.
beasts. I made one. 2, actually.
Yeah.
You
Get like
get
20
like
attacks.
6 freaking attacks around.
Yeah, they're outrageous.
Well,
And their domain spells are sick too.
Take Doc, for
Alright.
example, you know, he's a bard, and he's just a beast with the healing. Anyway,
Yep.
sorry, go ahead, DM.
You're up.
Okay, I turn to Bowie, who is offering me her hurt paw, and I say, oh, do you have a Bowie Boo? And I kiss it and make it all better with the lesser restoration.
Okay, go ahead and cast.
And click. Oh, I don't have an effect for it. I
That's
just
okay. I'm
have
taking poison off right now.
and poison is one of the.
The poison has been purged from your body.
And I will use my movement to follow Val.
Okay.
Hey, stop it.
I drink a potion.
Okay, go ahead. How many is that, by the way? How many charges is that?
It's like 3,
Okay, then delete that one.
I think you said.
Yeah. Oh, you're drinking the
Oh.
one. You have. I'm looking at the one you're drinking. Are you drinking the one with the X on
Oh,
it?
no.
Because you have 2 more of
Drink
that.
that right in front of Doc. I mean, you don't
had-
even go around the corner and drink it.
Hold
You
on.
drink it right in front of me. Are you trying to be insulting?
That's fucking hilarious.
It's right in front of me. I'm standing right here. I just fixed your poison. Now you're going to suck down a potion of healing. Okay, sure, whatever. Stock in a bottle. My feelings aren't hurt. No worries. Never mind. Love you.
Okay, go ahead. Roll your You're taking 1 draught.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Just
2d4
one.
plus whatever.
Oops. Oops.
Isn't it like? I thought there was a modifier to it too, like +2 or something.
It was only +1.
Is it +1? Yeah.
I think when it's a potion, it's +1, and when you cast it, it's plus a modifier.
Right. Okay. So that would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage you healed. Or I'm sorry, you just drink 1 drop, right? So the 5.
I only drink, like, you said that we have
Each
3
potion
uses?
has 3 sips out of it. You said you had 3, and how many sips left was in the third one?
No. I had 3. But
Total potions?
I used 1 up.
1 whole potion up. Okay.
And
I'm
now
looking at your
I
pouch
have
here. Yeah.
2 unused.
It means that you have
I-
6 doses. Are you using 1 dose or 2?
1.
Okay, so then you would have 5 doses left.
So, is that
Just put
with
an
my
X on.
constitution?
No, just it's the
2.
yeah, it's 2d4.
So
Yeah,
it's
okay,
5.
yeah,
7.
2d4
So
plus
add a
2.
7. Add 7 to your HP.
Yep, you heal 7 hit points on that first one.
Yeah, the second one's just an accidental double click, I think, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now just 13 hit points down. But that's alright.
Not so bad.
I got 98.
Yeah, I was about to reach that. My bad. Okay. All right. So you used a magical item. You can move.
I'll wait till Val.
Okay.
Oh, could you move aside? Thank you.
Val's up.
Okay, so since we heard voices up ahead, even though I'm not the most stealthy, I'm going to roll a stealth check to try and sneak up and look around the corner to see what I see.
Okay.
This is supposed to be disadvantage. I don't know if the game's going to do it automatically or not. Do you roll stealth in the
Look
open
for
or in the
traps.
tower?
It should automatically roll disadvantage because of your armor.
Okay. Oh, yeah, right. Because there's like that tab on when you zoom into the main. So, tower or in the open?
Tower.
Yep, there goes the 2.
Okay. As you are walking, you are dragging your heels, making loud noises.
Alright, well, 5, 10, 15 gets me into this square up here.
Yeah.
And I peer around the corner, ever so stealthily, to see if I can make out the source of those voices.
You sure do. You see, as the sound is happening, you see this guy. What's that?
Oh, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna use more movement, and I'm gonna break stealth. Come up here, and I guess I'm gonna, if I do a Eldritch Blast against this thing, I'm gonna take -2, even though I don't see this guy. He's gonna come. Alright, and I still have that, what do you call, War Wand out, so...
Alright, now, because you do not see the other 2 in front of you, if you miss the salamander, I'm gonna make you roll to hit on one of the other 2. Which is not a problem. Never mind.
And that's just, let's see, +2 on each of these rolls. Pew pew! Not all that great, but
It
I'll take
screeches
it.
out its ignorant snake-like hiss.
I think I have some more movement left, but I
Yep.
don't think I have enough to actually bump into Takashi. I'm gonna end up just behind him.
Hold on, before you do anything, Riley.
He's finishing his move from the last round.
You take 7 points of damage. That came from Salamander 2, not Salamander 1. Heated body.
Oh, just for him moving into range?
if you start with your turn within 5 feet of a salamander, 2d6 points of fire damage.
Damn. Now we know. So that's half the battle.
But he
Well,
didn't
then that
start
plays
his
into
turn
what
with
I'm
an-
just about to do.
Okay.
But he didn't start his turn.
Okay.
Oh,
I
he
see
did
Val
just start his
come-
turn. Never mind.
Running up.
Shut up, Kate.
Why are you moving?
They're moving with Val. They're just finishing their movement with Val.
Okay.
But it is now combat, so you guys won't be doing that now.
How far you
Okay.
think a spider monkey can jump off of a monk's head?
Depends. Do you want to roll an athletics check?
Sure.
Okay.
You
Go
could
ahead.
just run
I know this
across
one.
our heads. We're all lined up. You could just like skip across the top of our heads.
Yeah,
No,
that'd
like
be
frog.
nice.
Yeah,
I remember-
that's what I'm gonna
Frog.
do.
That's a better idea.
Acrobatics roll.
I remember I came across this one in a riddle book once. I know this one.
It'll be a DC 10 per person.
You said acrobats or athletics?
Acrobatics roll. DC 10 for the first person, DC 11 for the second person, DC 12 for the third person.
Okay, so I can.
And it's
So
gonna
bad.
be half
So,
movement
Jeff,
each time.
Jeff,
Oh,
I have a-
you make it on the
I
first.
failed.
I have a question.
Nope, you make
Jeff,
it. You're
I have
on
a
the first.
question as soon as he leaves my shoulders. Do I now gain a sneak attack on the salamander now that I am losing invisibility because he's
You're not
coming off
losing
my
it.
shoulders?
You're not losing it. You're still invisible.
Oh, because
cast
he
it on
cast it
you.
on me. Oh, brilliant.
So he's
Excellent.
invisible until he leaves you, which allows him to escape an AOO. Although he pops into
Correct.
existence right
Okay.
in front of us out of nowhere
Cool.
and scares the shit out of us, jumping on
So
our
many
heads.
angles on this. I'm gonna sodomize this fucker.
You've passed your second one. You fall, and you end your turn. You're prone on the third. With Bowie. Bowie, make a
Bowie, catch me!
Bowie, make a dexterity saving throw at a DC of 10. You were both prone.
I'm a spider monkey. I didn't knock a kitty cat down. Okay. I'll let you roll it.
Well, she did roll a 1, so
Kicked her in the head. She hit.
My
She
bad.
kicked her in the head, knocked her head against the wall. Slumped down to the ground on her butt.
that was comical.
We burnt my tail,
Oh.
fucker.
Yeah, he did.
Get back up.
Okay, you get back up. That is your interaction.
Okay.
That's half movement.
Yeah,
At least she has an extra attack, right?
5 movement. She
Actually,
does.
I still got a bonus.
Well, you still have your actions.
Yeah, you still have an
Getting
action.
up is-
it's
it's
just
just
half
a
your movement to stand up.
Yeah.
Use your action and your bonus
Okay.
action. And half your movement. Doesn't really do you a lot of good. in
I
this
go
case.
into a rage
Okay, mark it up.
and
So, as I'm falling, can I shapeshift?
As you're falling, no, you failed your saving throw.
Okay.
and I attack the salamander
With?
my. Oh,
I'm
javelin.
warning you one more time. If you miss a salamander, then you're going to have a chance of hitting any of the other 3 in front of you. Armor class for the salamander is a 15. That is a hit.
And with the ancestral protectors.
And you're marking those
Anybody
javelins
get
off, right?
resist?
At least that one that you
Yes.
just threw? Okay, it burns to a crisp.
Oh, great. But at least I got off of one. So I got now 8.
Okay. You still have one more attack?
There's nothing I can do, really. But... no, I can't. No, that's it.
Okay.
Well, you did damage,
Well-
so you keep your rage going. So you got that going for you.
Yep.
I do got a resistance on anybody else except for me.
Yeah, we gotta get ourselves into that room. Probably means we gotta kill this guy quickly.
Alright. Takashi, you are up.
So your first attack is advantage, and that gives away it dispels your invisibility, and then your rest
Oh,
of
wait a
it back to
minute.
normal.
It gives you
Right.
disadvantage.
So on this move, I'm actually going to again forego, but I'm moving
You
into
cannot pass
position.
by him that way. Nope.
Not at all.
Nope. He's too big. He's a large creature. He takes up 2 blocks. And it would cut you. Yeah, you cannot, as per rules, you cannot pass through the threat radius of a hostile target.
He's only large.
Right, but he's enough to cover. You're bottlenecked in where you're at. You're trapped.
I mean, you could try stuff.
But yeah, I give you if you
But
want
I
to
do
an
have
acrobatics roll or
advantage,
something.
correct?
Yeah, you have advantage on an attack, so you could try stuff like a grapple or maybe an acrobatics check to like
And
jump through a space or something.
While we're at it, you have to.
There is a mechanic to get through an enemy square, but I think it depends on a size difference.
Yeah. Hold on.
So I'm advantaged and I'm not making an attack. I could make it still an advantaged athletics attack to move past him, or I could make that's tough. Would you consider
No, you don't. So the I'm sorry if I think I misspoke. The advantage from invisibility comes on an attack. Invisibility just doesn't just give you a free advantage on stuff. It gives you advantage on attack, and if you move around, he spots you, but you're still invisible. He has disadvantage on attacks,
you.
and he has to make he still has to make a perception check to even know which way to attack into.
No word he's gonna.
So it'd still be on.
So the main issue is that, like, by the rules, I'm not sure that there's a way for you to get through an enemy square unless there's 2 size differences. But I'm
now this
Googling
leads
it
into
now.
my other thought is to do a strength-based movement to push him out of the way.
Yeah, like a shove. Now, I think that would probably get advantage because that's basically an attack,
Doesn't even
right?
know I'm there. So it's basically like someone pulling the rug out from underneath
Well,
you.
technically,
as
it's
you're
not an
standing right in
attack.
front of
It's
them.
an
There you
opposed
go.
check,
Now you
so
get my
it's
angle.
Jeff's call.
If
but
it's a
I
shove,
would
it's
do
not
it.
a true attack. Now this is where I was going with that, because you're kind of getting where I'm going. If I shove him, it's not a true attack. It's an
opposed skill check. I mean, as a DM, I would give it to you. It's Jeff's call.
Where this guy is at, the way he is facing you with his, and you gotta remember, he is so hot that he gives you 2nd-degree burns. So, grappling him, not likely an option. He's also a larger creature, so you cannot grapple him.
What about
it'd be
a
a
shove,
shove,
though?
not a
Like
grapple.
an opposed strength check to shove him.
To shove him, okay, I'd give it. He's a much bigger creature, so I'm gonna impose a -4 penalty.
Does he get the advantage for being invisible? Like that would be on an attack. But this is an attack.
Not for an exact strength check, since it's gonna be his strength
Excuse me,
versus
Russ.
mine. Well, go ahead.
Excuse me, Russ. I'd like to cutting word and take -8 off of, or minus a D8, -6 off of the salamander's strength check opposed to strength check.
Oh well, there you go. Okay, so then
You ain't so hot.
Excellent.
okay, so you can go ahead and roll a strength check. It's still a -4. And yeah, I'll give it an advantage because he's not expecting it. I'm gonna give you advantage on that. But instead of sit a -4, you're gonna go ahead and give yourself a well, yeah, it's +2. My math is wrong.
An advantaged -1 or advantage?
No, just roll your strength check at advantage.
Okay.
Okay, and the way I'm working this is that I'm going to get a +4 bonus against your attack, but because of the cutting word, it's no longer +2 or +4 is +2.
Right.
Okay.
Towered or not?
Everyone, does that make sense to everybody?
-2.
No, the cutting words is -6 to
Yeah,
check.
right.
As long as you've got that math right, we're good.
Yeah. So either way, it's going to be a 2 modifier in favor for the salamander instead of a a 2 in favor of.
So you're basically just subtracting 6 from his roll, but his modifier would normally be +4.
Right.
And now his modifier is -2.
Right. Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, final question. Towered or not, because you've not set a DC.
Nope. You're gonna roll it regular. I'm gonna roll against you. So you have a 22. I'm rolling now, and you push him just enough. Now this is not going to be a movement. This is not a voluntary movement, so no opportunity to attack. Just enough to push him back.
All we needed. Nice.
Yep. Good job. Well done.
And then I'm gonna move shift off to the side.
You can
here.
move all around that without imposing it's until you leave his threat radius that you would impose an opportunity to attack.
Correct. That's
So
why
you
I'm
don't
not
have to
doing that.
disengage.
I am simply moving out of the way.
Okay. Now that was one of your attacks. That shove. You are
That was
no longer
not
invisible.
an attack, or that was my action, but it was not.
I would
an
call
attack.
that an action.
That was an
it's like
action.
a combat maneuver.
Yeah.
And you didn't take an
Okay.
attack action, so you wouldn't get a extra attack because you didn't take an attack action. But you should still have a bonus action.
You do have a bonus action.
Correct.
Yeah,
And
just
I
remember,
am-
an extra attack requires you to make an attack.
Yeah, and that was an opposed skill check, not an attack.
You see, I wouldn't have remembered that if I didn't first start reading my player's handbook again.
Just a second to look before I make it. I am out of actions. I will just at that.
Right. So, 5, 10 puts me in his threat range. I see the guy down below, and I decide to circle wide. 15, 25 into David's square, 30 into the adjacent square.
Yep.
That's my movement. I should have cast my spells before I came in here. I use my interaction to tuck my, what do you call it? Tuck my, War Wizard's wand or War Wand away.
Yeah,
I'll draw my great sword.
you had
There's
your
a
wand
problem.
out.
What's the problem? I'll use my bonus action to place my Hexblade's Curse on him. The one right in front of me.
Hey, I got a question, Nick. Real quick. I apologize if this brings us over. We'll do this comment, but on item templates, I have failed to do something. You know, on the Forge, I'm going to give it to you guys already, but let's say I wanted to make a flaming tongue spear. I mean, that's not a thing in the item, so how would I use the Forge to create that?
To me.
You would just make it as a plus minus, as a plus whatever weapon, and then You would have to code up an effect for it for the extra damage.
Okay.
I think is what
Okay.
you'd have to do. Because as far as I know, in Fantasy Grounds, you can't put. Well, I don't know exactly what the weapon does. Is it like on a crit, it does fire damage?
Let's see. Where's Flame Tongue? Hold on. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. So like.
That's right, but you'll be up there
Scimitar
soon
Flame
enough.
Tongue. It it does what is it? 2d6 extra fire damage on hit. So and
Oh well, that's easy.
One of
then
these
you just put an
has-
extra fire damage on it. So
Okay,
you
yeah,
just turn the forge into a +1 scimitar, and then you just put an extra d6 of fire damage on there.
I'm gonna try that here real quick.
If you wanted to get fancy, you could put an effect for use the advanced effects the advanced effects plugin. You can actually put a light cantrip spell effect on the item, and when somebody equips it, they have that ability in their character sheet. But that's an extra extension, and you gotta get all fancy and whatever. All you need to do is just throw the 2d6 fire damage on there.
Right.
So I'm okay with Bowie's protection. She'll be up here soon enough. And I'll just take, what did I say? Bonus action to put my X on this guy. My curse, excuse me. And 2 attacks. Oof. There we go. That's it.
Okay, Miss. Oh, go ahead.
Well, it's probably too late because I passed, but I should have used my bardic on that missed attack. I'll save it. Force myself to remember it next time.
All right. So, Mr. Referee, from where I'm standing, can I see that?
No. Not
No?
fully.
Okay.
I would consider it superior cover.
Okay. Well, I'm not trying to attack. I'm just trying to see if I can see it. But I take that I should
let's see
see
where
there,
you are.
right?
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is that?
That is just it is a pillar of light. It's basalt that's glowing red.
Ah, basalt.
Provides
Okay,
light,
so that's
yeah,
what I
it's
needed to
basalt
know. So then, I will cast Dimension Door.
Okay.
And I will take myself there, and I will take Bowie there, thus reenacting her. What was it, Bowie, that you were worried about? Your reaction shield, because now she's within 30
Reaction.
feet of them again.
Mhm.
Also, my resist. If you're out of sight, you don't get it.
Right. Well, I'm taking you over there, so you will be in sight of them.
Yep.
And that is and that replaces my feather fall ref. I forgot that when I leveled, I gained a 4th level spell, so I had to do that instead of feather fall. And that was my action. Lick. And these guys are on fire, and there's fire over there, so I don't need my light anymore, right?
You got no. Salamander 1 looks at Doc, just popping in, says a word against his spear, and chucks it right
No,
at you.
don't mind me. No, nothing to see here.
It hits you.
I use my shield.
Well, alright, what do you mean? Don't I get
I
a,
use
isn't
my
it a
shield.
disadvantage to hit him, by the way? Or something?
No.
Okay, so what
He
about
gets
your
to
shield?
resist to the damage because of the ancient
It takes
protectors.
damage away.
Okay, so your shield. What are you trying to do?
You gotta roll damage.
Okay.
The shield takes away damage.
What ability is this? I don't recall this.
She's used it multiple times.
Yes. Okay, but remind me because I have
Ancestral
a bad memory.
Protector.
Ancestral Protector. Yeah,
I'll link it.
yeah. Thank you.
And thank
Okay,
you
I
to
see.
me too.
Okay, so 2d6. I have to reduce it by what? 11, right?
11.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a minus 11 modifier here. You're going to. Well, that's not gonna work. I'm just okay. Never mind.
Target her, put minus 11 in, and roll damage.
Well,
target
it's
him.
gonna do a lot of fire damage as well.
Oh, actually,
So
don't target him. Roll
I'm
the
just gonna do
damage.
both,
Calculated.
And then just subtract 11 from the sum. So let's see here. Yeah, right there. Okay. That is 9 plus 13. Go ahead. Roll your cutting words. So 7. That would be 18.
13 minus 7, not plus 7.
That's 4 points of damage.
Yep, you
22.
take
You're not so hot.
4
Minus-
points. 4 points of total damage.
Uh-huh.
As basically her shield blocks and some cinders fall on your scalp.
And I
The
finish him up
spear-
telling him how weak he is.
The spear sticks inside the shield, and is on your shield. All right, that's that.
Can I have that?
Salamander 2 is going to strike at Val. He's gonna strike with his tail, attempting to grapple you.
You be grappled, bro? I want
And
to
that doesn't happen.
bardic inspiration.
Now he misses anyways. And he's going to strike with his spear. Missed again. Alright. New round. Takashi, you're up.
Questions. Back here. Okay, question for you, Ref.
Uh-huh.
If I attack invisibility, am I automatically
You're not
advantaged,
invisible anymore,
or
right? Because you pushed the guy.
oh, that wasn't an attack though.
Right.
That's an
No,
offensive action.
It was technically an attack. It was.
That's a hostile action against.
It was a
creature,
hostile action, so you
Okay,
were not invisible.
okay. Just wanted to clear that up before I start. Okay, moving on. Now time to throw hands. Let's fuck this dude up.
Yeah.
Oh, and first off, before I forget, Salamander 2, you take 10 points of damage.
Do you resist?
No, unless he has resistance
Oh,
or
no.
immunity. Heat.
It's an attack.
It's not an attack. It's a passive ability.
It's an aura.
Yeah.
It's like
Sorry, you know
Giving
what?
off
I'm
heat.
gonna actually bring this up. Is this considered an
That
area of
didn't
effect?
count.
No, it's not considered an area of effect. It's considered an aura.
Aura not considered an area of effect?
There, a different area of effect would be an active sort of thing, right? Whereas, we could debate that it is area of effect. So, what are you trying to do?
The reason I'm bringing this up is, hold on. Hold on. Again, ahead of myself here.
Huh?
Nope. I'm ahead of myself. Sorry. Okay, so that's not me.
Oh no.
I will be moving.
Was that not on him?
Yeah,
Because that
was
damage
on
all,
him.
right? Okay, so never mind. Then you take half that damage.
That's a resist all
Yep. So that's you resist half that
for
damage.
that one attack.
Okay.
Okay,
that
so
would
I'm
be
down
5.
to
Take off 5.
So I'm down to 19 instead of 24. Okay.
Still in moderate range. Okay.
Okay, so I will be moving through these 2, well, I guess 1 character. I'll be moving through Bowie. So I'll give myself 15, 20 feet
Okay.
here, 25. Knocking longbow.
Oops.
The standard critical hit.
Critical hit, yep.
Okay, on top of that critical hit, I will be expending... I need to adjust my key abilities. I've been having trouble. I've got a couple of skills that I need to... abilities that I need to add to that.
Let me know and I'll do that for you. I'm going to be doing character audits tonight anyways.
Yeah, so I will be using... That one's not gonna work.
Are you a Kensei monk or a different kind of monk?
I am Kensei. I've got a lot of different things I can do.
Yeah,
right
you got
now,
a lot
so
of cool
I'm
shit.
trying
And all your attacks are magical after level 6.
Yep.
Even your weapons.
Correct.
Badass.
You need to make sure okay, hold on. That reminds me, yeah, because you have key strikes, right? That's
I do. That's what I'm
so
moving into right now.
You will pass all for magical reasons if it says otherwise on like the salamander, you bypass its damage resistance.
Correct. This is my first attack
So
on him. That's
let
why
me
I'm
make sure
slowly...
that that's correct. So let's see here under actions. Yep, it looks like your Wakasashi, all that stuff. Oh wait, Wakasashi, yeah, all strikes, right? All strikes.
Yep.
Okay, so we need to put bludgeoning and magic, piercing and magic. Okay, I got that. So when you add a weapon attack to your character, make sure that you put the magic damage type on the same line as the rest of the damage, so that fantasy grounds will bypass the damage or damage resistance. I got it for you this time though.
Okay. For the moment, I'll bypass it. I'm cause way too many calculations right now, but I know
That's
I
one of
have
those
my...
things that you'll completely forget about a
Yeah,
couple of times.
I
So
got
you
it.
remember
for
and
you,
realize how to fix it.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. It's easy enough. When it matters.
Is my... way of the Kensei.
Yeah, all of your strikes. I'm looking at it now. All of your strikes are considered magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and non-magical attacks to damage.
Now I'm moving into using my martial arts die.
Okay.
So give me a second to look at this before I make my...
Nick, do you remember the Complete Ninja's Handbook from 2nd edition?
I did not play 2nd edition.
Oh, brother, you missed out.
Yeah.
They go.
I mean, I read 2nd edition books, but I didn't know anybody who played.
Well, the Complete Ninja's Handbook was cool because you get to the ninja class. What they call them? Not classes, kits. The ninja kit
Yeah.
You could pick and choose martial arts moves that you could use.
Yeah, they gave they did like ninja classes when in 3.5 of Pathfinder where you could get cool talents and abilities that were similar to that. I like that stuff.
Yeah, I think with the new
I have to figure out how
5th
martial
edition
arts work as well.
Okay, so under Way of the Kents, you go to one with the blade. I'm going to be using Death Strike. So
is there a specific question you have, David? Because there's some stuff that I've been looking up recently about monks that I'm confusing until I turn through it and look up shit on the internet.
I just couldn't do this until 6th and 7th level, and everything from 6th and 7th level happened in the last round. So I really haven't had a chance to do it until just now.
Yeah,
but I had to come out of invisibility and know what my advantage or disadvantage was. So this is what we're going with. So now that I have that critical hit, I'm going to be adding Death Strike to that critical hit and spending 1 key point. Add a 6 to that attack. So I'll start off with the D6. That attack, so off with why is it not attacking him? Gotta drop it on the combat tracker here. Still isn't doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna roll it in the window and then just drop it on his damage. Not a big deal. So we're gonna do 2 standard attacks from the longbow. Okay, now we're moving into extra attack. Of course, is a miss. Sorry, that took a lot longer than I expected it just to get the language right, but it's moving forward, so I'll make that a lot quicker in the forward here.
Like you said, man, you got all that shit in 1 round. Right, dig through. And monk is a complex class. Do you know when you drag and dropped your monk level? Do you know if it upgraded your unarmed strike damage dice, or did you have to manually change that?
I'm pretty sure it does everything. I would assume. Are you saying that the magical resistance?
No, your base damage goes up at certain levels. So like at level 1, your unarmed strike is 1d4, and like at level 5 or 6 or 7 or somewhere in there, it goes up to a 6, and eventually it goes up to an 8 and a 10. And before long, your martial arts dice outs your weapon dice, so you start using your Kensei ability to use your martial arts dice on your weapons. And then at that point, the weapons are just kind of for flavor or to change it to slashing, piercing, whatever type of damage.
Right. I would actually take some time if you have it and make a fake character and start dragging and dropping those skills straight from.
That's a good way to do it.
Because it gives a lump sum of every ability that gets upgraded. But it's only on your window. Nobody else can see it.
Right. Alright, I'm sorry to hold the play for that. I'm just curious.
So I don't want to shoot it because I don't want to destroy my bolt. So I'm going to lay here on the ground, and I'm going to use my mage hand, and I'm going to poke him in the eye.
Okay. He blinks.
What? That should give him like half blinded, right?
Well,
are you an arcane trickster?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
You know your mage hand is invisible, right? You can use that to cast spells and stuff too. Okay, cool. Poke him in the eye. No, Larry, jeez.
No, I'm running out of spells here.
Ah.
So, and I don't want to waste my only weapon, and he's already singed me, so I don't want to get in close. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to help you guys out by
The health
making him
action.
disadvantage
Yeah,
or something.
there you go. The health action. You're distracting him with your invisible nature.
I mean, you can't dodge it; it's invisible. So I mean,
Right?
do you need me to roll
Give
the
the
hit
damage to the
or
next
something,
attack.
Jeff?
Yeah, go
Damage
ahead.
to the next attack.
His armor class is a 15.
Wait, what do you want me to roll?
Just roll the hit. Just a basic attack roll. Using your what's your spellcasting ability? Use
Intelligence.
That. Use your modifier for your intelligence modifier.
So you want me to do like an Arcana check or something, maybe? No.
No, just roll your d20. Add your proficiency. Add your which plus 3 now. Add your intelligence modifier and make it a armor class of 15.
Ooh, so close.
Did I do that right?
Yep, you did. All right, you poke his eye.
So I that low, god damn it, Three Stooges, poke him in the fucking
You
eye.
got it. Poke him in the eye. All right, I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna give him the blinded. 1 round of blinded.
Okay. Can I grab the spear that was thrown?
Okay, you grab the. What's your strength? It is a big spear, just so you know.
Oh. 15?
Okay, you can. You're able to wield it.
Since these things...
First off, roll a strength check. Against a DC of 15 to pluck it out of your shield.
Oh, my shield dissipates.
Oh, then never mind. Is it on the floor?
Yep.
Okay.
And how much that does?
It is not the tip is not flaming right. Well, yeah, no, it's not flaming right now. You can it does have magical properties, so you get a +1 to hit with it. And if you hit, it will do 2d6 piercing damage because of its strength, its size.
Okay, I need that weapon on my
It has
shield.
a range. It has a range of 20 feet, 60 up to 60 feet disadvantaged. So if you can, the far salamander, the one that threw it at you, you would be disadvantaged at throwing it at it, unless you're gonna hit salamander 2.
Yeah, but I need it on my sheet.
Well, it's
So I
not gonna stay there. You'll see.
Oh,
I'll just tell you what to roll. If you're gonna throw it, it's not a d6. It's gonna be d4, 2d4.
I'm going to attack 2 with it.
Thank you, by the way. I'm adding that now, Nick. Thank you. Okay. You're gonna attack with what?
I'm going to attack with the spear on number 2.
Okay, so are you gonna throw it or are you gonna use your cause it's a two-handed weapon.
Yeah, I'm going to stab it.
Okay, roll to hit, armor class 15. Give yourself a +1 modifier in the box.
With my strength. So
No, the +1's coming from the weapon.
I
But
know,
yeah.
but with my strength modifier.
Oh yeah, add all your modifiers. So,
That's a +2.
well, aren't you proficient in that kind of weapon as well?
Yes.
So
I'm
then
proficient.
There you go, so you'll add your proficiency modifier as well.
So it's 3, 4, 5,
Yep.
6.
Okay, so there you go. Armor class of... So yeah, strength check, armor class 15. You miss.
Try again.
Okay. Extra attack. You hit. That is 2d6 points of damage plus your strength modifier. +1.
Without the proficiency?
No, you don't add proficiency to your damage bonus.
Okay. And that's it.
Okay.
Because it's... Because it's two-handed, I don't get a bonus. Is that right?
That's right. It's also considered a heavy weapon.
Please stop.
Alright, yeah, you're right.
Alright.
Thank you, Brian.
Talking
Let me, put that down here for a second. Number 2, you did that with the mage hand with 2?
Yeah, number 2.
Okay.
I can't see 1.
Alright, okay.
I'm still around the corner, you know, I said I was laying in the floor, like, I was like,
Right.
just poke him.
Combat tracker, put the effect 1 round.
Now remember, if that hits
You
it
mean
by-
Salamander 2, right? Yeah, that's what it is. Salamander 2, where you can see. Okay. 1 round. Okay. Salamander 1 says a strange word, and the spear disappears out of your hand and is in his hand. Strikes at you with his tail. Hits. Right. Oh shoot, wrong person. Take that completely off. I didn't mean to attack you. Well, yeah, I did. Never mind. I'm rolling to hit against Takashi. Alright,
Shield.
shield, okay. Roll your shield. Takashi, take 10 points off of that.
Okay, 1 second. And what type of attack is that?
Yeah, well,
attack.
he struck
Okay.
at you. He struck at you with his tail and grappled you.
Okay, so I'm gonna be down to...
He then takes a spear
Oh, dang it.
and jams it right into you.
Whoa. Hold on.
Take that, Reese's.
And this is Salamander 1, correct?
Wait, say again, David?
This is Salamander 1?
Salamander 1. He recalled the spear. It's in his hand, it's not flaming. Resistance off Takashi?
Well, then why did you said it wasn't on fire, but it did 2d6 fire damage?
Yeah, but when he chucked it and it left him, the flaming properties went away. Then he did something, recalled it. That's his bonus action. He can't recall the flame again.
I thought you said it wasn't flaming.
It's not flaming right now. No.
Okay, then how did it do 2d6 fire damage?
It was flaming. It went out on the other side. It warped back to his hand. It's not flaming anymore.
Yeah.
One shot.
Oh, okay. I missed that. My bad.
Hold on.
Do I take the resistance off everybody? Is that right? Okay.
Just Takashi.
Okay.
Who's putting the effect on the other people? Is Bowie putting the effect on, or are you putting the
You
effect on,
should be
Jeff?
putting it's usually her.
Yeah, if you put it on
Yeah,
yourself,
okay.
then you can remove it.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't need
Okay,
to take it off. You can take it off when you know it's supposed to be taken off.
Alright, so Takashi, you take where am I at? The spear.
Attack.
What, Bowie?
You're on attack. Or to hit.
Right. So I'm going to be rolling my attack. Thank you. That's right. I didn't know on him. Even though you're grappled, you're squirming enough to where you just dodge out of the deadly giant spear that was going to be gutted into your belly. Salamander 2. Salamander 2 is going to tail swipe at Val again. And hit.
Ah, fuck. It was gonna happen eventually.
Lucky hit.
And
Grappled immediately? I don't even get a check? Dang.
well, you are restrained.
Oh, I was already restrained?
Well, the first effect is restrained once it strikes with your tail. You do get a check against grapple, so at the end of your turn you do.
Oh, wait, when he hits, he just wraps me up automatically, and then when it's my turn, I can just try to break out. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but it's a pretty low DC, especially for you. It's only a 14. And now he's gonna strike at you with a spear. And again, you just wiggle out of the way, and he misses.
I'm a wriggly motherfucker.
But you also take burn damage.
Yeah, from being pressed up against this burning ass flesh. So, you can usually attack when you're grappled.
Yes.
But I
also
fight with
consider
a
you
two-handed.
restrained too.
Yeah, and I fight with a two-handed weapon. So, like, I don't know, is that gonna fly?
Nope, but you can make your escape check right now if you want.
I'm
No, I
gonna
wanna
cast Hex
remind
as a
you-
bonus action. What's up?
Even though this doesn't apply to you specifically right now, but I wanted to remind you guys that inspiration has a second effect on my table now. That if you lost control of your character, and I'm keeping that vague as to define that anytime you lose control of your character, like in this situation, you may make one extra attempt with inspiration to break free of that. You don't get the advantage of the inspiration, it just gives you a chance to break free when you normally wouldn't.
Kind of like a legendary action.
Yeah, kind of like a legendary action, yes.
Alright, so this Hex doesn't have any, verbal, somatic, and material components for the Hex.
Right.
My focus is my weapon, which is in my hands, so Can I hex this guy? Can I give him
Yeah.
disadvantage on strength checks before I try to break
Sure.
free?
Yeah, it's not. You don't have. It's not a somatic component, right?
Well, yeah. Hold on. It's verbal somatic material.
If it's somatic, then no. While you're restrained.
All right. So then I'm just trying to break free.
Okay. DC 14 strength. Not
That
this round.
figures. Okay. Is there anything I can
Bite
do as a
him with your
bonus
teeth if
action
you want.
here? I have a handful of bonus actions. Problem is that I think they're all spells.
Right.
Excludes curses already on this guy.
See, I thought striking you with that restraint would sting the most.
Yeah, well, it neutralizes me pretty effectively. I gotta make that DC. It's not a hard DC, but when you roll a 3,
Right. People don't. You know what's funny is that people really underestimate the power of a low DC. You can still fail, and sometimes people forget about a natural 1.
yeah, everybody always remembers that there's a 20% chance that like it's an auto success or some major
Right.
big win, but
They're like, they get all
They
arrogant,
conveniently
like, oh,
forget
I'm
the
gonna
other
pass this, no
side.
problem. And oh, no, you didn't. Okay. Doc, what are you doing?
All right. For those who have been around me often enough to see me fire my firearm, I holler, "Ears!" and then I draw my +1 pistol, and I shoot
Nice.
Salamander 2.
Salamander 2. Hit. It is not used to being
And-
shot at.
He falls to the ground as if dead.
You take 7 points of
Partially
damage.
Now, that was a magic weapon, so
Okay,
I
so
don't
then
know
he
if that
takes
should have overcome his
he
resistance.
takes a total 7 instead of 3.
Ooh,
So let me look at that weapon for a second here.
you got it, bud.
So we can make sure that that is, yeah. I'm adding magic property to it. Damage type magic.
Perfect. Wrong pistol.
That's not okay.
Next one.
Sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, I'll let you do it. You can do it.
Oh, okay.
I'll just put comma magic and then the type and properties magic because I'm not sure which one Fantasy Grounds picks up.
Piercing, magic. And then what else?
And then in the properties, you should put magic in the properties, comma magic and
Loading, magic.
yeah.
Hey. You
Just
got it.
magic.
Yeah, just magic. All right.
No,
So
it
yeah.
had loading. I was just saying magic.
Right. And now you did what? That was Salamander 1 or 2,
That was 2 Salamander, yeah.
and I have to add what 4 more damage to it. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
And then I clicked.
Okay. It is now Takashi's turn. Next round. Oh, you dropped a critical, dude. That sucks. Oh wait, you're restrained, buddy. You didn't get a roll to hit anything. You have to do a DC check, 14 strength against him. And that would be your action.
Oh, okay, so I guess I'll go back. So one more time. I didn't know I was restrained.
Yeah, you are restrained. That's why you got a well, grappled would be you are restrained. So you can make a strength check against DC 14 to break free. And before you do that, what salamander is on you?
The Salamander
Next
1.
Salamander 1. Okay, you take 2 damage. Fire damage.
You already add that, or I'll do it myself.
I already got it on you.
I'll do it. Oh, okay. I'm going back to 18.
Okay, so now roll
sorry.
strength check DC of 14. you do not break free.
Definitely not.
So you are done for that round, unless you wish to make an imaginary move. Aren't you glad? David and Brian, aren't you guys glad you didn't face off with these things alone?
Right. No, but
Especially one of them having.
There was plenty of conversations.
Okay. Do you have any actions you can perform other than, trying to bite it, melting your teeth?
I would say improvised weapon and use my face for a stunning strike.
You have horns, bro.
Doc, you are in just the sweet spot where you're not getting blasted by the heat wave. Like, right on the sweet spot. So
Yeah, I was noticing that.
I'm hovering my mouse over that.
Technically, even though I will use this last hit as I am grappled, but I still made a hit.
No,
if you
were
accept
restrained, so that hit was nullified.
But I was still.
He's got you wrapped around in a tail.
Technically, by the scale here, I was already grappled.
Well, okay. Remember, this thing is like 15 feet tall. These things are huge.
But
And serpentine.
otherwise, I'm just bringing this up because I'm looking at the roll. I already rolled, and it dropped my 20, so I was already grappled. Correct when I rolled.
Right, but you're not getting it grappled. If you are grappled, you get a disadvantage to attacking.
It's already a disadvantage when I made that attack.
I don't think you don't get an attack at all if you're restrained.
You get your save.
You get your save, and that's all you can do. You can't move your arms. Think about it. The snake is wrapped around your arms and body.
It's just
my
like
face.
when Nick grappled that mind flayer.
Yeah,
He couldn't do anything except try to break free.
Oh, okay, wait. Thank you for bringing that. So, I am wrong. You do get an attack. Then, Val, that means you get an attack as well. I had that mixed up. I apologize. And that's why I'm rereading the player's handbook. So, yes. Thank you. I need to save that. I gotta remember that. Memorize it. So, I'm actually, because of my mistake, Val, I'm gonna give you one opportunity to attack at disadvantage on your creature. But
would you let me try to break free again?
I'll allow it to be an attack if you want it to be an attack.
Alright, I'll definitely take the attack.
Okay.
Something seems to be wrong with my sheet. I have to look into something. It's not possible for me to have a 10 strength. I think I might have accidentally overwritten my strength at some point.
Okay.
That could be problematic for me.
Oh, well, let me see. Your strength is... No, it's not a 10. Dude, I have your backup character. Hold on, let me load it.
15.
It is a 15? Okay.
Yeah. I kept the original character creation in the
15,
notes.
not a 14, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so the roll would be correct. So it was already disadvantaged, and the attack would have been a correct roll.
Yes, so you
Roll
did
up
hit
here.
it, so you can roll damage.
Okay, so I would
My apologies.
be rolling with an unarmored strike. Technically, anything I use from a monk would be an unarmored strike, even if I use my hands or my face. It doesn't really matter.
He attacks with his eyebrow.
I do. My mean eyebrow.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you can headbutt. That is a martial arts move.
Oh, double 14s, correct?
Okay.
Okay.
And I want to make sure that that we did it right. That your damage is bypassing its resistance. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. So now I'm gonna roll my damage.
It does.
And then I will be rolling key.
Nice.
Sure, this is also correct. I'll be casting.
I'm the key
Oh,
master.
he succeeded.
Correct. Right up, sodomize the salamander.
Well done. Okay. Val, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did, and you did damage. Yep.
Oh. So technically, if I can attack, then I can also do my extra attack as well. Now that I've done my, so I will be doing my. Okay, now we're getting interesting. You've come right into my web.
You even wrestle, bro?
It is. There's not a lot, but it is making it quite complex now. In the last two rounds here, or the last 2 periods of gaming, where I've upgraded 6 to 7. I will be using. Unerring Strike. Give myself advantage, so it should offset my disadvantage, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Are you using your inspiration? Or unerring strike? Right. That's right. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Now, can I? Let's bring that up, because I was just about to bring it up. Can I use an Unerring Strike and use my inspiration, and now I have inspiration while I am disadvantaged?
Normally, advantages don't stack.
They don't stack and they don't cancel. It's just
okay. There we go.
Yeah.
That was final ruling. I'll take the raw. Okay, so I will hold on that, but I will use Unerring Strike to give me a standard attack undisadvantaged.
Yep. So make sure you click the advantage button to cancel that out.
Correct. Yep.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
Advantaged. Wing. But he is stunned. Is he not? Did we not add that effect yet?
no, he succeeded on his save, right?
Yeah, he did succeed.
Save 14 against DC 16. Oh, okay. Or DC 13. Okay. Okay, so unarmored strike. That would be it, because I did. I'll take that. Okay, moving on.
Yep.
Okay, I believe that brings it to me. Mr. DM, am I correctly understanding that both Takashi and Val are grappled by salamanders 1 and 2?
Yes, they are grappled and restrained.
Okay. So that being the case, I use my free action to put away my pistol. I move 10, 20 feet, 25 feet, 30 feet.
Okay.
I hollered down the corridor, "Riley, get your tail out here!" And knowing that it's going to be burned, mercy. Even though I constantly try to say what a bastard I am and how I don't care about others, I keep going back to the stragglers, so I'm going to go ahead and grapple Salamander 2 to try to help Val escape from his pin or whatever it is. Do you see what I'm
Can
saying?
you just do some damage? This guy's close.
He's bloodied.
Okay, if that's what I'm going to do, then I wouldn't have moved over here.
Fair enough.
Just on my other pistol and shoot.
I'm sorry.
Sorry
I
about
was
that,
responding to whispers. My bad.
It's all good. I draw my other pistol and fail my shot, and
It whips by, and you are very, embarrassed. Let's see. What is that going to do? You have -2 penalty attack roll on your next hit. So, in your next hit, you'll roll -2.
It says again only against that target. So.
Just the target, yep.
Okay, so this targeted by my Hexblade's curse. I'm trying to kill him and absorb some of his life essence this round. I'm gonna make an attack.
Okay.
Which will allow me to make 2, because yay, awesome extra.
Oh! Well, no you don't.
And that stops everything for me this round, and I'm done.
It's like the
Damn
most
it.
deflating thing ever, you know?
Yeah, for reals.
Not gonna try to break free?
I can't. Done, right?
Yep, you will, at the end of the turn, you still get a chance to break free.
Oh, okay.
According to the what it was written inside the...
He just can't make another attack.
Right.
I mean,
So,
Well, breaking free is an action, and attacking is an action. So,
Let me see,
if Jeff
hold on.
wants to give it to me, then I'll take it.
Wait, let me make sure. No, you're right. You have to choose to break free. So, yep. Standard grapple. Okay. Whose turn is it?
Yeah, I thought I was going to take him out this round. All I needed was 1 hit, and then I was going
Yeah.
to burn a smite on him, and that was that. But, remember how we were talking about how anybody can roll a 1, and fucking you should never get so cocky?
Bowie, you take...
I'm out of range.
Not from Salamander 2. His threat radius covers at least half of your square from where he's standing. The only person out of range is Doc from both of them. And of course, Riley.
And Robin.
We're all a little weirdly out of line. I moved my token back a half step a while ago. Do you want to...
It's
if you wanna
Salamander
adjust
2
it.
is kind of off kilter.
It's because he was blocking the door, and then we moved
Yep.
in. He didn't really have a need to adjust, but
Right.
now it's just weirdly positioned.
Well, hopefully I finish.
Kill him!
If it's gonna look like
Get
anything, it'll look like this.
him! Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Put him down!
I got a +1 whip.
Go ahead,
So I'm going to attack.
whip him.
Whip it good.
You must whip it!
I don't know why I drank
Bowie.
this last Dr. Pepper. I'm
Whip
gonna
it good! Whip it so good!
That one
Yes.
dies. You are no longer
Excellent.
restrained.
Thanks for doing what I failed to do critically.
I also critically failed.
I'll
And I keep
Oh,
forgetting
no,
to
I
use
get
that
it.
stupid fucking bardic.
throw a javelin.
Not my fault, man.
No, not yours at all.
No, I'm just being a smartass.
Alright, what you doing, Bowie? Doing another extra attack?
Yeah, I'm going to throw my javelin. Or can I? Throw
Well,
it?
did you have both whips out?
No.
Sure, throw your javelin. I'll give it to you. Pull some ninja shit out.
Alright, you use an interaction.
Yeah.
Freehand.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you were dual handing, you could drop one and use an interaction. I'm
Alright.
pretty permissive with that. When people are like, can I pull a dagger off my belt and use
Right.
the bonus section for an offhand? I'm usually like, yeah, fuck it, why not? You know?
Yeah,
Just an interaction. You can do that interaction during
right,
the
exactly.
movement.
And you gotta think, these are trained, heroes, if you think about it. Most of them are trained with the weapons you have. Anyways, okay. That's it.
Just a minute.
All right. So I am no longer trying to catch raccoons outside. Apparently, I have this raccoon trap. The door trap thing. They totally fail in DC every time. But I found that there are 2 skunks out there. Fuck no. Alright, Riley's up.
I am going to use my hand.
I'm also going to give a 20% bonus experience for going past time, by the way.
Alright, so I'm going to use my mage hand to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the salamander.
Lincoln, please.
I think the official verbal components for that are coochie coochie coo.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the active words. Okay, so go ahead and throw the cast die on him. It fails.
Nice.
Go ahead and put the effect on.
And that means that
How long is that last?
Takashi is no longer grappled.
That's right.
That was pretty slick.
That was slick.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this thing is hissing and laughing its ass off all over the floor. Incapacitated.
Incapacitated and prone.
And
That's
prone. Yep.
advantage and auto crit, right?
Yep. I think so, yeah. And once it's incapacitated, so it's the only one left. You guys can
anytime it takes damage, it has to make a wisdom saving throw again. It doesn't automatically break.
Oh, incapacitated is just can't take actions or reactions.
But since it's like, let's say you guys cast a whole person and there's one thing left, or none of them can act, you can coup de grace.
Right. Coup de grace. We kill it.
Cut his throat.
Yep. Cut it. Chop it up.
Alright. I'm gonna give the parcel and give experience real quick. We're gonna hold here. That was a fun fight.
Yeah, it was. I'm tired. I'm glad I stuck it out.
So you guys see a really cool spear. It's in the parcel right now. Are you identifying it?
Yes, I will.
I don't have any spells left. I need the hut.
I will. I will identify it.
I was purposely a
I
little
turned into
stingy.
Black Pearl.
Inventory. Where is it at? There we go. Incoming.
Sorry?
I'm just saying I was personally a little stingy with my spell use tonight because I didn't know when we were going to get another rest.
Right. I'm going to change the experience for that real quick. Don't log off just yet. Let me where'd my storybook go?
Can I have the spear?
I can't use it.
I could, but I wouldn't, so I don't see why not. Spears are not thrown, unfortunately, or maybe they are thrown, but they're not reach. They're versatile.
Yeah, bet if I can have your braces of defense.
Alright.
Joking. I don't care.
Done. Good fight. That was a good game. More to follow. I have this entire floor mapped out, by the way, and planned.
Nice.
Well planned, Brian. That was excellent.
I tell them to about the 8 guys just north of us.
You guys want to...
I don't know if they're hostile or not, but...
Oh, well, I'm sure...
Let me know if you want to...
I'm going to put those on the map so you guys, because he's telling you, so...
Yeah, I'm expecting that they probably are hostile. But I don't know how we're getting past
Surprised they
this
didn't hear us.
firewall, so we're gonna have to deal with. We have to finish some exploration and deal with them at some point.
Right now, after some hut action.
Yeah, you
Sweet
guys
hut
want me to
action.
get the hut?
Goddamn right.
And remember, just
Why
so you
not?
guys know, there's a Inferno firewall covering the top of the stairs. And we will pause here, and Thursday will be another good game.
We need another 10k for next
Wow.
level.
Can we establish the hut right now before we leave, if it's possible? And it will kind of.
At least do a long rest. Invoke the long rest.
Oh, by the way,
If
before
we're
we
doing
do
that-
anything, are you guys drinking a water skin, or are you going to bypass this one?
I'll drink water.
Yes, I'll
skins.
drink one.
Okay.
If we take a
Well,
long
if we
rest, does
Climb
that
into the hut.
bypass
It's
the
not
water
going to
skin?
be hot in the hut, right?
No, it's not going to
Right.
be hot in the hut, but you
Hey.
still have to replenish from that one fight.
Okay, yeah, I'll drink a water skin.
Okay, so everyone that's drinking a water skin, drink one, and then if you're not, right now, roll. David, you're at a +1, so you'll have to roll 11 DC to save against your Constitution.
I'm actually out of water skins.
Okay, so
I'll
just
give
roll.
him one. I'll give him
handle
one.
one.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That
Yeah,
I'm out
that's
of water
kinda
skins
what I
now.
was-
I just used my last.
Okay.
one. So if we're gonna go in the hut, I'm okay.
Okay, so
That's
Ori,
why I was wondering before we enter the hut. Is that are we? Does that reset?
no, it never resets. Every time you fail, it goes up. Or every time you have
We just
roll
don't have to
one,
make
goes
it
up.
while we're in the hut, basically,
Yes.
right?
After
Now,
that,
if you
so
want the
you're
long
13
rest,
now,
so that
if you
the
had
hut isn't
that
going to
not
stop you
reset?
from being 13.
If you had acquired a level of exhaustion, a long rest would remove it.
that's right.
But I have not. I have not acquired a long rest or a level of exhaustion yet. So would that
No.
not reset me back?
Yeah, it will reset you back, but you still have to roll. You still
Reset
have
your.
to roll.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like your DCs after an 8-hour rest, of, like starting the DCs over
It'll
at
bring it
10
back
is
down
what
to
you're
10.
saying.
As long as you're
Okay.
hydrated. Because rest or not,
So I'll
if
roll
you're
it.
dehydrated, rest isn't going to save your exhaustion.
Yeah, but you need to roll one after this fight anyway, regardless, or choose to roll the DC. Either
That's
drink
right.
or choose
So
to roll
you
the
still
DC.
have to roll one. Right. So
Constitution
roll your
DC
saving throw.
saving
Constitution
roll.
saving throw.
Yeah,
Yes.
11 now.
If,
It's 11, which you
if
have
everybody
one
is
level of
going
exhaustion.
to...
So
And now I'll reset that one level of exhaustion in the hut.
Exactly.
are you
So
only
it all
if you
washes
drink water
out.
though? Yeah, remember, a rest cannot take away exhaustion from something that is caused by dehydration.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well,
Think
I'll
about it.
take that drink
It's
then.
just like starvation, you can't rest and not be hungry again.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
So, if you drink your water skin, then it will take away that exhaustion while you rest.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay?
Are
Are you
If
taking
we're doing a
the
long rest, our hit points come
let's
back,
work
don't they?
out. Let's work out the specifics of the long rest and everything next time, guys. I'm shot. I
Yep.
don't want to think
Yeah,
about
dude,
it
no,
right
it's
now.
fine.
Yeah.
Midnight over here.
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
Yeah, it's
I don't mean to be a
Maybe,
baby,
yeah,
but-
go ahead, Nick, if you need to go. David,
Moving on.
are you taking the exhaustion or are you drinking the water skin?
I'm drinking the water.
Okay, go ahead and take it off. And everyone else, good night.
Night.
No.
I have to go pee.
Alveda Zen.
Good night.
I'm gonna be doing character audits right now. I'm backing up characters, so after about 20 minutes, I'm gonna lock the table and go over characters.